Hello, what's up this morning, everyone? Welcome. Fine Tuesday to ya all. Good to see ya. Variant for the 92nd month. These numbers are getting absolutely absurd. Thank you so much, everyone. 92 months in a row. Welcome back to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Big scoop cheer for you. Thank you. Dylan Hunter, Stone Rain, Ravens Boy, Mother Frogger, Almost Cool Enough, Paloe, Probably Knox. How is everyone doing today, Halfling? Good to see ya. Man OVHS, the Great Destroyer. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big scoop cheer for you. Thank you. All right, MTG Goldfish, the time has come. They've added a few cards to the missing Colossus Surprise deck. I've made some updates to the original list. Ooh, let me take a look. Let me take a look at this Colossus Surprise deck. I gotta revisit this now that we finally got Sanctum of Ugin on Arena. That was a missing piece of actually playing it on Arena. That looks pretty easy. Stock Up is very good. Leyline Axe is a huge addition. Yeah, I like the updates. We might have to try this again. I really like that deck. Okay, Brugs, Almost Cool Enough. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Oops, that is my deck list number. That's not a Scoops cheer. Big Scoop cheer for you. Thank you. So the way the stream set up is like subs and bits and stuff just go to the company. Donations actually go directly to me. So if you're trying to donate directly to me, that's actually the easiest way. But the company employs me, so helping Goldfish also in a less direct way also helps me. So anything is good. Honestly, even just watching and hanging out is the most important thing you can do. Okay, Brugs, and also Delphawad, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big Soup Jeffrey, thank you. So today we're gonna do some standarding. There's a couple of decks I'm interested in. I'm not sure which one. Oh, we got a town payoff? I didn't even see this. Wait, what is this? What is this town payoff that I have not seen yet? Oh, there's new cards. A new card. Wait. Oh, this card's kind of sweet. Wait, is this card good? Diamond Weapon. Wait, what is Diamond? Is that a vehicle? Oh, okay, legendary artifact creature. How are you an artifact elemental? How does that even work? Legendary artifact elemental. 9 mana, 8/8. Cause 1 less to cast for each permanent card in your graveyard. Reach. Prevent all combat damage that would be dealt to it. Man, that's actually not that bad. We've seen cards like that work. Usually the ones that work have 1 colored mana symbol. We'll see if having 2 colored mana symbols is gonna be a deal breaker. Still, it's a 9-drop that you can play super cheaply. It's an artifact so you can repurpose and bay it. It works with the graveyard synergy decks, kind of like the Simic Crab style decks. Although those are more spell-based and permanent-based, but that style of deck, maybe Urborg Lurglyph. I kind of like that. What is the town payoff though? I haven't seen the town payoff. Where is, let me look on Reddit. Maybe it's on Reddit. Where is the town payoff? Oh, wait, there's a brand new card. Okay, brand new rare. All right, let's look at these real quick. Let's look at these real quick. Real quick. Let's see, what do we get here? We get, oh God, I can't even read this one. Does anyone speak Spanish? It's a Chocobo. I know it's an affinity. Is that affinity for Chocobo? That can't be affinity for Chocobo. Wait, what is this? What is this card? Is it affinity for Chocobo? All right, what does this actually say? I think there's a translation here. Affinity for towns. Draw 4 cards. Oh, that is actually a pretty good payoff for playing towns. Like a 2-mana draw 4 is absolutely insane. A 3-mana draw 4 is insane. A 4-mana draw 4 is good. Oh, that card's, is it? Oh, it's a sorcerer. Okay, if it was an instant, it would be busted. But no, that's actually the best town payoff that we've seen so far, I think. Pretty sure that's the best town payoff. And this rare, is this rare any good? Minwu, White Mage, 5 mana 3/3. Ugh, okay, not great stats. Vigilance Lifelink, not bad. Whenever you gain life, put a +1/+1 counter on each cleric creature you control. Ooh, so like a super Soul Warden. Honestly, this might be this might be the best Soul Sister commander. Is this the best Soul Sister commander? Most of the Soul Wardens, Soul Attendants, all that stuff are clerics anyway. So you just play your Soul Sisters, you play this, Every time you trigger your Soul Sisters, you get a counter on your entire team. Actually seems like a fun commander deck. I mean, we could try it in standard. Hey, what's up, dear Michello? Good to see you. I could see this being a good commander card. In standard, probably like a budget Magic or an against the odds card, but not bad. What do you think of the Final Fantasy set? Now that we've gotten a chunk of the way into this, just waiting for Seth to roll up to a Commander Clash episode with this guy. It's happening. I'm gonna make it happen. What do you think of this set? We've seen a big chunk of it now. I feel like the set, I want to say it's like Modern Horizons 2 or 3. In this sense, I've seen a lot of people, including myself actually, say that it's a commander set, and I do think that it's mostly a commander set, but I think it's going to be one of those commander sets that when we look back in 6 months, we're going to be like, oh, okay, this set's actually got some very strong cards in it. I don't know exactly what those cards are going to be yet, but I feel like there's going to be some cards that are actually really, really good in constructed formats in the set, even though a lot of them are designed for Commander. I think we're going to have some constructed breakout cards from it. Yeah, the price of Cloud, $188,000. Let me show you what's going on with Cloud. So the price, exactly driven by TCG Player. Right now on TCG Player, a lot of people can't even pre-sell. And if you look at the copies in stock, there are a few foils for $110. And there is a single non-foil seller, Mythic Store Canada, which has Cloud listed at $188,000. Obviously, no one is actually going to buy that for that price. If you look at completed sales, most completed sales that we've seen, which I guess we don't have any completed sales in the last 5 days. But when they were selling them, it was for like $20 to $30. Ooh.
Have you ever tried golden milk? It's turmeric, maple syrup, and lots of other spices. It's very calming, but is also great as an espresso latte.
Ooh. We have a new donation from Lucid. I might regularly be recommending weird expensive coffee. Not sure if you remember Espresso Tonic. Have you tried golden milk? It's turmeric, maple syrup, lots of other spices. It's very calming, but also great as an espresso latte. I do not know what golden milk is. Thank you for the donation, Lucid. I will say I'm the most boring coffee drinker. Like, seriously, but that's why Cloud is so expensive. I am seriously a very boring coffee drinker. I actually like black coffee. Most of the coffee I drink is black. Every once in a while I'll get something fancier if I'm out doing something or whatever. But for the most part, I just want the caffeine. And I actually like the taste of coffee. I'll have to try it. I'll have to try the golden milk if I can find it somewhere. What do you think of the new one-mana Cactuar? I mean, the Cactuars are super funny. I think it's like such a weird creature type. As far as being competitively playable, I'm a little skeptical. I can't think of a creature that bounces itself back to its hand like this, the forced bounce mechanic, that has actually been very good. A 1-mana 3/3 trample, obviously above the curve. So I think there could be uses for it, maybe, especially if you have some sort of synergy or combo, like being able to re-trigger ETBs, kind of like Norn shenanigans, like Norn at home. The bigger problem is, though, green is just kind of not good in standard. So that's kind of the biggest problem. It's a type of card that I feel like in the right deck maybe could have uses, but it's gonna have a hard time finding the right deck in a format where green is just not really heavily played. What is up with their faces? Why do they always do the I don't, what is it, the Instagram face? You see, people always do that all the time. The like open mouth thumbnail face. He's posing for a YouTube thumbnail. His video, like and subscribe. Did you see? Okay, we're gonna get into Magic. We're gonna play some Amalia Reza fast. Actually, let me do the reminders real quick. Replay YouTube, because we can find all the old streams, including this one in the future. Normal YouTube, finishing up week 3 of spoiler season. Oh, by the way, next week, speaking of YouTube, so next week, stream on Wednesday rather than Tuesday, because Wednesday, early access for Final Fantasy. So next week, stream one day later so we can do the Final Fantasy stuff, and then we'll start getting to tons of sweet gameplay out of the Final Fantasy set. So that's coming up soon. A reminder that our sponsor today is Card Kingdom. If you need some magical cards, you can get them over at cardkingdom.com/mtggoldfish. Maybe even get a free goldfish sticker. I don't know if they're still doing that or not, but maybe they might still be doing that. Mick Carey for the 88th month. Hey y'all, I just want to say thanks to Seth and everyone for hanging out these past 7 years. This is probably the last stream I'll be here for a while. Aw, McCurry. I hope everyone continues to have fun and enjoy the game. I really hope that one day I can come back. If the UB Madness ever settles down, miss you guys. Well, McCurry, whether you're playing Magic or not playing Magic, you're always welcome here. Seriously, if you ever just want to hang out, even if you're not playing, you are more than welcome. I hope the game ends up in a place where you enjoy playing it. Like, I hope that it brings you back someday. And I think there's a chance it will. So many people, things always change in Magic. Like, what we're doing today would have been unimaginable 5 years ago, probably 10 years ago, definitely. So 5 years from now, who knows where we're going to end up. So McCurry, thank you too for hanging out for the past 7 years and for the donations over the years and all that stuff. Seriously, really appreciate it. But just know you're always welcome here. You're always welcome if you want to come back and hang out. So thank you for the resub, by the way. They just got arrested in, wait, who? Oh, the Cactar? The Cactar got arrested and is going to, I could see that. That is kind of the running from the cop's face. The saddest news of the day, though, and I want to bring this up before we get to the games and talk about this deck. The saddest news of the day, I don't know if you saw this, one of the literal goats of Magic art, laying down the brushes, John Avon posted yesterday, and I'm not going to read this whole thing. It's on my Twitter if you want to read it, or John posted it on his Facebook, but essentially, John Avon, in my opinion, maybe the best Magic art, in the top 3 of my all-time favorite Magic artists for sure, like very, very high up on the greatest Magic artist of all time scale. Been doing it for 29 years, back to the earliest days of the game. Laying down the brushes, health just not up to it. He's done for 12 months for sure, possibly indefinitely. If his health somehow takes a turn for the better, then he would love to be able to do it again, but he feels like he just can't do art up to his standards. He can draw, but he can't do his style. So, super sad to see John Avon. I actually, man, there is no one in the world that I would want to paint a tree for me more than John Avon. I think that is John Avon's superpower, is painting like lands. I would say the best land artist in all of Magic is John Avon. I don't know if he's the best artist over my favorite artist overall, because there's some other very good artists, but as far as art on lands, I feel like many of my all-time favorite land arts come from John Avon. He's just so good at like the trees and the land. Look at all these beautiful, beautiful John Avon forests. Like, they're unique, they're beautiful, and it like just so good. So I'm gonna miss seeing new John Avon art. That part's very sad, but John Avon, probably the best artist. It really is. He's on the very short list of like, yeah, his mount, like all of his lands are great. And actually his other cards are also fine too. Like, I like John Avon art in general, but oh man, that mountain, that's one of my favorites. I love that. That's just like so beautiful. It's just like such a beautiful mountain. John Avon makes art that like you just hang on your wall. Even if you weren't a Magic player and care nothing about Magic, you could take one of his pieces and hanging, I love that plains too, with like the wheat. So many iconic pieces of art, if you just look through this, like comes back to John Avon. So sad to see John laying down the brushes. Hopefully his health gets better. That would be the best case, is his health takes a turn for the better and we get more John Avon art. But here's my favorite forest by him. Oh yeah, the portal one's super nice. There's almost too many. There's so many good ones. Rebecca Gay is on my short list of favorite artists as well. The Foglio, I like some of the like weirder ones too. Foglio art is really good. You have the mountain. I need more Magic art on my wall. But I wanted to bring that up, so hopefully everything goes well with John. Anyway, what are we starting off with today? So there's 2 decks I'm interested in today. The first one we're going to start with is a Raise the Past Amalia life gain deck. So the goal of this deck is we're trying to gain life. We got our Soul Sister and Hinterland Sanctifier. We have some Starscape Cleric combo action. Amalia is going to let us surveil when we gain life. Zorling gains us life. Enduring Innocence has lifelink. Snarling Gorehound fills a graveyard. So we want to gain some life. We want to fill our graveyard. Then we want to raise the past everything back into play. And the combo kill is Starscape Cleric says, whenever you gain life, each opponent loses a life. If we can reanimate this, along with maybe some Hinterland Sanctifiers to gain life when creatures trigger, we might be able to just raise the past, burn our opponent out of the game on the spot. So we're going to start with some Amalia combo action. The other deck I'm interested in is a deck that I saw someone play against me on the ladder, something similar to this at least. And it's a Teamer Battle Crier deck. It's Teamer Battle Crier. I guess I would just say Teamer mid-range-ish, but Teamer Battle Crier, once you play creatures with power 4 or greater, reduces the cost of all of the spells you cast during your turn equal to the number of creatures you have with power 4 or greater. So if we can get 2 or 3 creatures with power 4 or greater, we can have some absurd turns where we like Outcaster Trailblazer for 1 mana, into Outcaster Trailblazer for 1 mana, actually get that mana back when it enters, start drawing cards, play super cheap Dragonhawks, Involborn Tyrants, and just have this weird sort of like flood the board, maybe win with Dragonhawk. Potentially, if we have enough creatures with power 4 or greater, we can just burn you out of the game with Dragonhawk. So that deck looks really sweet too, because I feel like Teamer Battle Crier. Oh, there's a Battle Crier deck that qualified for PT in Montreal? Wait a minute, I didn't even see that. I'm doing well, Tazendir. How are you? Good to see you. So anyway, that's what we're messing around with today. I'm gonna have to try to look up the Montreal deck because I'm intrigued by Battle Crier. Hey, what's up, Mega Magikarp? Good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you. How are you? Welcome, welcome. But let's start with some Amalia action. I was thinking of making mono white life gain. Do you think the deck needs black? So you could build mono white life gain. I think you can definitely build a mono white life gain deck. I feel like the Raise the Pass plan gets a lot harder in mono white. The biggest upside of going into black is really giving us Amalia to be able to repeatedly explore to fill our graveyard. So the graveyard filling plan becomes a lot trickier without black, but there's certainly enough pieces to just build straight up mono white life gain. I don't know if I'd play Raise the Past in that deck, but I love just playing copy creatures with a Shell Pioneer, Infinite Trailblazer, and to give haste Megaton. Trailblazer is a cool card. Plot is such an interesting mechanic. I started kind of skeptical of Plot. The first time I saw Plot, I was like, why do I want to pay mana for my spell now and not be able to use it for another turn? Like, that intuitively, it felt weird. I was like, eh. But the more I actually played with Plot, the more I really love Plot. I think Plot's a super cool mechanic. Yeah, this hand looks fine. Hinterland, Amalia Bedalia, a bunch of Essence Channelers. As long as the bunny lives, this hand's pretty good. Opponent, Elegant Parlor. Gonna do a little milling. Yeah, Final Fantasy, gonna be expensive. It is gonna be expensive. Could this deck play a Lenda? It definitely could. So it's kind of designed to keep our creatures hopefully cheap for the sake of Raise the Past, but we don't have to do that. Come on, don't kill the bunny, don't kill the bunny. All right, explore us into a land. Opponent going to kill Amalia. All right, gonna get lost in the Amalia, sure. Honestly, that's better than killing. Oh, we didn't get to explore. That's actually bad. We did kind of want to explore there. Ooh, Stormscale Scion Plot sounds sweet. Opponent, gonna get in. Urbra's Forge, hit us down to 20. That's fine. Can we draw land here? No. Oh. Hi. Oh, well, I guess we gotta crack maps to try to hit a land. Not really what we want to be doing with our lives. Okay, it's a little tapped, but it is a land. All right. Well, keep on mapping. Deep Cavern Bat gonna go graveyard. I mean, we already have the Raise the Past in hand. We just need to fill the graveyard a bit. I proxied this Mindsplacer Sorceress Schemes Infinite combo deck last night. Wait. Sorceress... Wait. What is our combo? Oh, yeah. Okay. Oh, I didn't even think about Mindsplacer Sorcerer Schemes in Standard. That actually is pretty sweet. This for 1 mana. So what is the infinite part? So you have VV to make mana. What is the... How do we go infinite, though? That deck looks sweet. Yeah, Sorcerer Schemes might be... This set has so many good uncommons. Well, let's play the land. I think we just start playing some dorks. Essence Channeler. Gain a life, get a counter. Essence Channeler Part 2. Gain a life, get a counter. Get a counter, hit you with a bunny. Can we raise 2 Urbra's Forge? Yeah, that looks super sweet, Bert. That's a super cool idea. Apparently they didn't qualify for the PT. That's fine. Their teammate did on a different deck. The idea of the deck still sounds sweet. Opponent has a Biza. Well, we get to do a little blocking. Opponent's gonna gain some life. Sure. We actually wouldn't mind just hitting another land here. Ooh, Starscape. Starscape Cleric, eh? Well. Yeah, let's Starscape Cleric. No baby, unfortunately. Trigger. Gain life. Get counters. Drain ya. Voice of Victory. Triggers. Counters. Life. Drain ya. Oh, do we get in there? Yeah, you know what? Let's get in there. I mean, we're going to get these back anyway if they die. Opponent blocks. Opponent blocks. Well, pass the turn. This is our Battle Crier deck. Well, let me see Halfwing. I haven't seen this list yet. Opponent's getting in with everything. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, all right, we'll take 11. Sure. Sure. What do we care? Don't burn us. Oh, sweet mother. Who plays Sunfall? Oh, no. Oh, we're dead. Oh, we're super dead. Oh, come on, Magic Gods. Have I ever told you that I hate Sunfall? Have I ever mentioned that I kind of hate Sunfall? I'm excited for Ultima. I think Ultima is fixed Sunfall. And I think that fixed Sunfall is going to be a good card to have in Standard. Actual Sunfall, I hate it. For reference, Vivi or any wizard token turns infinite cast. Wait, but hang on. How is there infinite cast though? Oh, I see. So the idea is to get two. So if you can get Mind Splicer up to enough counters, since Sorcerous Schemes can return a card with flashback from your hand to the to your hand from exile. If you have two of them, you can keep looping them with a Mind Splicer apparatus. They make 1 mana, so if it costs 1, you get back the 1 mana that you spend on it. So you can just loop them infinitely. If you have Vivi, it gets infinitely powerful, infinite damage. If you have a wizard token from like Circle of Power, same thing. Okay, that's sweet. That's what I was missing, the looping of the 2 Sorcerous Schemes. That's actually a super sweet idea. That actually doesn't seem that unrealistic to pull off. That's gotta be, yeah, I was hoping we were done with Sunfall too. Sunfall is very brutal for this deck, because one of the biggest upsides, I would say, of this deck, the calling card of this deck is, it should be really good against sweepers, right? You just sweep our board and we're like, what do we care? We're just gonna get everything back anyway. That does sort of fall apart if the sweeper is Sunfall. If it's Sunfall in specific, then life becomes meaningfully worse. Because that game was going exactly how we wanted to. If that was a Day of Judgment or Wrath of God, we just straight up win the game. Instead, it's a Sunfall, making us sad. Oh, maybe Console would have been worth bringing in. Hopefully we can just kill the Forges. I've been jamming your Mono Green budget deck, loving it. All the way up to Platinum. Ooh, sweet. Fighting for Diamond. Do you have any recommendations for upgrades? I added a few Tyrants and Bushwhacks, but would like your thoughts. Yeah, let me see, Joe. Well, all right. Go into her innocence, I guess. Well, Conceal Courtyard. Go. Valbor Tyrant seems sweet. If you can ramp into it, it seems very good. I like that. I like that idea. I like that this deck has a lot of ways to blow up artifacts. Like, in a weird way, it has a lot of answers to the meta. You get main deck Graveyard Hate, you get Scrap Shooter, blow up the Steel Cutters. Bushwhack makes sense as an addition. Yeah, that looks good, Joe. I don't know if there's anything else I'd really add off the top of my head, but I like it. Voice of Victory, eh? Well, let's play the land, and yeah, I mean, we're gonna play the boys, start doing our thing. Can any keep be a bad keep when we have Enduring Innocence? I'm curious, how often do you mulligan, chat? How often do you mulligan? My issue with Sunfall is mostly philosophical. Like, I don't want Wizards to print more Exile Wrath into Standard. We went from Farewell into Sunfall, and I feel like Exile Wrath should be a rare thing. I think they should be a rare thing that we see every once in a while, rather than a common thing that we see in every Standard. So that's my concern. It's not that printing Sunfall itself is end of the world. I just want Wizards to know that I think you should not regularly print Sunfalls in Standard. Yeah, Monstrous Rage is going to get banned. I'm becoming more... We'll see. Final Fantasy's coming out. It's got some really powerful cards. The nightmare of nightmares. Life keeps getting worse. Well, we'll keep this Deep Cavern Bat. We'll get in for 2. Our opponent has come prepared. Yeah, I don't really like mulliganing if I can help it. Opponent. Any fun new budget Modern brews on the horizon? Not in the short-term horizon. I have really been struggling with Modern. I mean, I just gotta play some more. I think we're actually just dead. Yeah, all right. The stream starts now. This one this one doesn't count. Hello. I do that joke like every other month probably. Yeah, we're not beating that in a million days. Modern. So here's my issue, the issue I have with Modern, as far as budget decks in specific. I feel like it's become incredibly hard to actually brew in Modern at this point. I feel like, thanks to the advent of Modern Horizons sets, which is something I wanted when they announced them, I was in favor of Modern Horizons. And now that we're 3 sets in, I'm kind of like, with hindsight, maybe we'd be better off without them. But all this to say, the power level has gotten so high that the best cards in the format are like way up here, and the other cards are like way down here. Before it was like the best cards were kind of here, and the cards below were kind of here. So you could build like a brew, a janky budget deck, and you're not gonna like be tier 1 or anything, but you're gonna be able to like pick up some wins, have a lot of fun. That has just gotten so much harder. Unless you brew with the busted cards. Most of the brews you see now are like, well, I'm playing Ragamon, I'm playing Gaida. Like, we could build, I don't know, budget, so we can't even build budget because of Ocelot Pride. But you could build, like, some sort of budget Soul Sisters deck where you're like, I'm Gaida Souls, I'm a Johnny, I'm Ocelot Pride. And then I play some janky cards to go along with it. But I've just found, I don't know if anyone else has experienced that. I almost was thinking about doing a video. Something titled, like, something to the extent of, like, the death of brewing or something. But I feel like it's just, in the amount of time that I've been doing this, going back, like, 10 years now, I feel like it's just gotten way harder to actually compete with brews. Because, and budget decks in specific, because you have an extra layer of restriction, right? When the top cards are just so incredibly powerful. Ooh, let me see untap. What do we got? Sipsig Ceremony is a super cool card. Yeah, I mean, have y'all had any success with some modern brewing lately? Sipsig Ceremony is a sweet one. It's kind of, honestly, this is kind of a rehash of an old Modern combo, right? Heartless Summoning combo with Mirror Retriever. This is something we played forever ago, and now Sipsig Ceremony, I really like that it adds consistency. Now you have Heartless Summoning and Sipsig Ceremony rather than just Heartless Summoning, which makes it way more consistent than before. Yeah, that actually looks sweet. One land. Well, I guess we're not keeping that one. All right, this we will keep. We'll put the Cleric to the bottom for now. About it. That might be kind of true of Pioneer. Pioneer is so off the radar right now because there's no tournaments or anything that it might be the best brewing format. Made a janky 5-color pile based on Niv Mizzet the Guild Pact and Sieges of Tarkir. Ooh. What are we doing here? Let's play the Caves of Koilos. And I guess we just play a bat? Yeah, let's just play a bat and see what happens. Get the bat down. Take a peek. I do want to play more modern though. I think we just gotta do, oh. Huh. Omniscience, eh? So, if we take the Abuelos, they just bounce with this town. Take the Omniscience, I guess it's gotta be this town. Well, okay. So what this means in practice is if our opponent ever draws a discard outlet, we are kind of in trouble. Land for our opponent. And their deck has a lot of discard outlets. Well, let's play an Enduring Innocence. We have some answers in the sideboard. Main deck, though, I think we're kind of at our opponent's mercy. Get in there, hit you down to 17. Hey, what's up, dog? How are you? Good to see you, opponent. Meticulous. Another bat would be good. Another bat to get the Abuelos would be good. That would be very good. Enduring Innocence. Well, let's play Sanctifier, draw a card. Looking for another bat. Swamp. I'll play the land, play another Enduring Innocence. Life total not especially relevant here. Go to combat. Get in. Hit ya. Opponent gonna block Enduring Innocence. Down to 15. I mean, we only need like a few more turns, opponent. Untaps, draws. Felicia Archaeologist, that's kind of scary. Okay. They find the invasion, so... Oh my god, that's a bat. That is a bat. Let's play the Voice of Victory first. Just to double, triple, make sure there's not a counter. Voice of Victory, draw 2 cards, gain some life. We got a shot. That's a Essence Channeler. Raise the Past. Oh, I really want to play this Essence Channeler. What are the odds that we die? So they have one card we don't know about. If this card is a way to fill the graveyard, I think we risk it. The Essence Channeler just speeds up our clock so much that I think it's worth risking this card being our demise. Counters. Attack. Get in, hit ya. Oh, they can't cast things at instant speed anyway. So we're not dying this turn, so it should be fine. And then next turn, we can bat to get rid of the Abuelos. And maybe we just tempo them out. We might actually tempo them out. Opponent passes. We draw the land. We'll play the land. Take 1. And play a Deep Cavern bat. What do you got going on over there, opponent? Stock up, invade, double Abuelos. Oh boy. That's unfortunate. That is unfortunate. I mean, we can take the invasion. Although, don't they just... Well, yeah, that's the best we can do. But they still have a stock up, so they probably still win. And we're going to end up just short, aren't we? Actually, no. Can this Essence Channeler get to lethal? Oh, wait a minute. Taking down Omniscience. It worked. I think our plan of playing the Essence Channeler was exactly what we needed, because it gave us a fast enough clock to actually win the game, because we also would have gotten tokens from the Voice, which is 2 more counters. Starscape Cleric before the Voice is at least 2 damage, plus a Cleric entering. So we actually just did it. Yeah, I think going aggro is what we needed there. I think we had to go aggro. Whew. That was close. Now we get to bring in our sideboard, which is huge. Yeah, I like what was the name of that card? Not Guild Weapon. Not guilds in Final Fantasy. Diamond Weapon. Diamond Weapon's a cool card. I feel like Diamond Weapon's a card that could have uses. Repurposing Bay up to 10. It's an 8/8 that you can cast for 2. What do you do with Go-Go, chat? Have you come up with a Go-Go plan? Go-Go's the 3-drop 2/4. You can pay double X, copy target activated triggered ability you control X times. You can choose new targets. I feel like this has to be a combo piece. I just haven't found a combo for it in standard. We should sideboard, I guess. I just haven't found the combo for it in standard. But I feel like... Ooh, Cathar Commando might be worth it, actually. Is High Noon worth it? High Noon does keep them from popping off. It's probably worth it. When you go down a Zoraline, go down a Single Surveyor. Maybe an LSL Core. Ooh, how do we find room for this amount of cards? So Voice of Victory is good. Enduring Innocence, we could trim one. Commando's good. Essence Channeler, Bat. Ooh, all right. Trim one of you. Trim one of you. Trim. Maybe we just can't bring in this many cards. I don't want to trim. Well. All right. We're okay. 3 of everything. 3 of everything. Good enough. I feel like the blue crystal is going to be really sweet. That's one of the cards that I'm most excited to build around. I feel like that card's going to be super cool. There's going to be so many cool brews. May go into a Merfolk with Leyline. Ooh, that's a good point. I mean, you kind of already need Leyline for that combo anyway. Let's just play the Sanctifier, I think. We can wait and do this after Amalia, probably, hopefully. Oh, and Commander Go-Go's super cool. Just kind of want to show off my partner animation for Commander Clash. Ooh, let me see. Another Sanctifier. Milled all lands. Well, yep. We're gonna stick to the plan. Play the land, play the Amalia. Start doing a little exploration. Gorehound going to go Graveyard, I think. I will pull up the animation after this game. I mean, so in Commander, I think you can games tend to go longer. So it seems more realistic to me to just like ramp a bunch and then copy something 3 or 4 or 5 times. And if you're even copying like Muldrifter's ETB a bunch of times, that's a whole bunch of like draw 2s at a huge discount. Like that seems fine. If Mimeo plays Vivi's kind of insane. I'm afraid that Vivi is going to actually lead to bad experiences for people in Commander. I'm afraid it's actually going to lead to bad experiences, because what I'm afraid is going to happen. Well, Surveil, get another Shadowy Backstreet. Duress you. Well, I guess we got to take the temporary lockdown. And do a little attacking. Hit ya. Bound gonna block the Amalia. Down to 19. Copying Shoulder Trigger is kind of funny. Does Go-Go go infinite with Steronic Resonator? Let me pull up Resonator. I don't think so. Copy target activated or triggered ability you control. You may choose new targets. So that would let you copy Go-Go's ability to do it again. But I don't think... So I think what you need to go infinite is you need abilities that untap Go-Go. So you need like Commander Deck Teferi. The 6-mana blue one, that its -1 is untap 4 permanents. Like if you use that to untap Go-Go and a couple big mana rocks, then you can copy Teferi's ability with Go-Go, and it'll untap Go-Go, so you can do it again and again with the ability on the stack. So I don't think Resonator does. I think it's the untap stuff is probably the easiest way to actually do it. Now let's play Enduring Innocence. I don't think we die this turn, but we could definitely die in 2 turns. Grow Amalia, hit a land. Oh no, oh no, oh no. All right, we were actually hoping to not hit all lands there. Well, mill that Starscape Cleric, go to combat, do some attacking. Hit you down to 17. Could use some graveyard hate. Oh, Roiling Dragonstorm. Omniscience going in the graveyard. Okay. Things are becoming scary. This means we can die next turn if they have Abuelos and we don't draw anything. They did not discard the Omniscience. What? Okay. Opponent chooses to not discard Omniscience, so maybe we don't as easily die next turn. We draw another land that we don't really want. Well, play the Voice of Victory. Draw a card. Get some triggers. Oh, Essence Channeler. I think it's got to go graveyard. We need an interactive piece here. We need some sort of hate card. Hinterland saying, I think we win with Raise the Pass next turn if we... Yikes. Another land. Our hand is full of lands. Mill the Essence Channeler. Gotta combat. Swing with the dorks. So our opponent can get lost. Blow up the Malia. Well, let's see if we die next turn. If we don't die next turn, hey, what's up, Cyberlegos? How are you? If we don't die next turn, we might win next turn. Opponent. There's no Omniscience in the graveyard, right? I'm not missing this. So I need to I'm surprised they didn't discard it last turn. That's the thing that's weird to me. It seems so obvious to discard to the Roiling Dragonstorm, but we will take it. Yeah, I always forget about the Voice of Victory. I might perhaps forget slightly about the Voice of... Wow. Okay. Temporary lockdown. So they pitched. That is the weirdest thing I've ever seen. All right. Duress you. Take the Abuelos. And, well, this is not a game-ending Raise the Past, but it's a Raise the Past. Give some triggers. Get that Starscape Cleric. Drain ya. Drain ya. Wait, this isn't game ending, right? It's good. Voice of Victory, graveyard. Deep Cavern Bat, graveyard. Deep Cavern Bat, graveyard. Bleachbone Verge, graveyard. Creature Lad. Well, we might as well get in, because if they block, they die. No, you can't do that, opponent. You die. You literally die. You get to draw a bunch of cards, but you die. If you give us our stuff back, I think you die. This deck's kind of sweet about it. Oh! I don't know if our opponent thought that through. The opponent chose death. Because we get back all these sanctifiers. We got the cleric. They can't even cast anything because we have Voice of Victory. Yeah, there's the... I can't believe they discarded and reanimated... I can't believe they discarded and reanimated Temporary Lockdown when they could have just got Omniscience and, and theoretically won the game. Down to 4. Oh yeah, still going. 3. We'll keep that Raise the Past. Not that it matters. 2. 1. Okay, I kind of like this deck. Our opponent made the weirdest choices ever, but but that was kind of beautiful. Man, can we get to Mythic? Can we do it? Go can work with Unstoppable Plan and Gilded Lotus. Or on Millennium Calendar, win on your end step. Ooh, that sounds sweet. That sounds super sweet. All right, let's look at this animation from, I believe, Burt's. Let's take a peek here. MTG Goldfish animation. Here we go.
Hey everyone, and welcome back to Commander Clash. This week we are doing something pretty janky. We're doing Esports Week. Seth, you're like the biggest gamer I know. You follow all the pop culture. What is your commander, and what esport are you picking?
So I think I'm at a disadvantage this week. I don't watch that many esports, but there is one esport, a top esport even, maybe even a top 5 esport that I do watch, and that is Magic the Gathering Arena.
Oh.
So I'm playing Bug Tribal. That Risk the Hunger Tide, which is kind of like a dev that makes bugs. My deck's really expensive. It's over $8,000 in bugs, but all I get for is a whole bunch of bugs. It's missing some really important features. I don't have any There's some random crashes in my deck. Crash of the Rhino Beetles, for example. Honestly, I think there's like a really small chance that my deck will work because it's probably misbuilt, and I was too busy working on spoiler videos and preparing for the next secret lair drop to fix it. But it doesn't matter because my win con is Revel in Riches, and it's gonna give me an endless supply of treasures, whether I deserve it or not. That is awesome. Oh, can you not hear it? Oh no. That defeats the whole purpose if you can't hear it. Oh, the desktop audio wasn't even turned on. Do I need to play it again? It is. This was a classic. Okay. One more. Can you hear it now?
Hey everyone, and welcome back to Commander Clash. This week we are doing something pretty janky. We're doing esports.
It's gotta be better
Seth,
now,
you're
right?
like the biggest gamer I know. You follow all the pop culture.
I'm glad you chose
what
this
is,
moment.
your commander? And what esports
So this is
are you
one of my
playing?
favorite
So
monologues.
I think I'm at a disadvantage this week. I don't watch that many esports, but there is one esport, a top esport even, maybe even a top 5 esport that I do watch, and that is Magic the Gathering Arena. So I am playing Bug Tribal, led by Grist the Hunger Tide, which is kind of like a dev that makes bugs. My deck's really expensive. It's over $8,000 in paper, but all I get for it's a whole bunch of bugs. It's missing some really important features. I don't have any removal or sweepers in my deck, stuff that pretty much everyone agrees you need to make a good commander deck, but I was too busy finding the right basic lands, the card styles, to actually fix it. I don't have any tutors, so if I need a card, I just gotta spam draw until I get lucky and find it. There's some random crashes in my deck, Crash of the Rhino Beetles, for example. Honestly, I think there's like a really small chance that my deck will work because it's probably misbuilt, and I was too busy working on spoiler videos and preparing for the next secret lair drop to fix it. But it doesn't matter because my win con is Revel in Riches, and it's gonna give me an endless supply of treasures, whether I deserve it or not.
This was like a rap.
That was brutal.
I don't know if Seth should win for that monologue or be disqualified for being a Magic deck for Esports Week.
Wow.
It's like a rap battle, Phil says. That was like a rap battle. That animation is so good. That's the part that gets me too. When Phil says, "Jesus Christ," oh my god, that's so good. I'm gonna post that on my Twitter after the stream. Thank you for sharing that with me. The animation's great, and that is a super funny moment. So good, so good. Oh, did you hear? Okay, I need to know what you think about this because this blows my mind. So there was a CDH tournament this weekend. CDH, Artie, the idea of tournament commander. I mean, y'all do you. I don't have any issue with CDH, but I think that tournament commander inherently has issues because you have the politics and the multiplayer aspect, which makes it a really tough format, I would say, to do tournaments in. But there was a CDH tournament where they got to the finals. The finals was 11 hours. An 11-hour final. The story, and I'm trying to wait to see the video because I want to actually see this for myself to confirm that it's true and not just go by the Reddit post. But the story, if you believe the Reddit post of the people who apparently watch the stream live, the VOD, because it's a 20-hour live stream, YouTube can't upload it apparently, or it's still processing it or something. So I'm hoping they re-upload it so we can see it. CDH is 4-player. There is 1v1. There is competitive commander that's 1v1, but CDH is a 4-player tournament. The story is the player, and I don't know if I believe all this. Like I said, I gotta actually watch the entire thing. But the story is one of the players in the finals said they had a flight they had to catch. So normally there's no time limit on the finals of a tournament because someone's got to be the winner. But because this person had to catch a flight, they got the judges or the TO to say there was going to be a cutoff after 11 hours. And then apparently the player who had the flight proceeded to play incredibly slowly and dragged the game on for the full 11 hours and then tried to get the rest of the table to concede to them. They refused, and after an 11-hour match, the tournament ended in a draw. That's the story. Like I said, I want to see the video to know if that is actually the truth. I don't know what I do. We've played some long Commander clashes. But a long game of Commander, what's the longest game of Commander you've ever played? I'm curious. For me, I think the longest game I've ever played is maybe somewhere between 3 and 4 hours. Fullest of the cards in this deck? Yes. That's what I would say. Probably the longest I have ever played would be somewhere around 4 hours. That would be my guess. I don't know how you realistically get to 11 hours. Like, is it actually possible? Okay, if you're playing like an 8-player, like a 20-player game or something, that I could see. That I could actually see if you're playing just like some massive game with a huge amount of people. I don't know how you make a Commander game go 11 hours, even if you want to. Oh, and then it's just so funny that it ends in a draw. That's why I want to see the actual VOD, because from how it sounds, and I don't know if I believe this, but from how people are talking about it, it was like very noticeable stalling. Like someone would make a play, and the person would go on a monologue for like a half hour before making their next action. It sounds like it was actually hilarious. If it actually plays out on screen the way they're talking about it, it actually sounds like it would be like it would be incredibly funny. But not to play in, but to watch. I mean, like if you go to like a Magic Con or like a GP, don't you play your entire day of the tournament in 11 hours? I feel like you'd go through your entire tournament, like an 8-round, 9-round tournament in 11 hours. Not a single match of CDH. So I thought that too. There's a VOD of day 1. The day 2 VOD is on YouTube, but because it's 19 something hours long, we can't actually watch it. Ooh, Silent Hall creep. All right, sure. Opponent getting in. Well, we got to block with this LSL core. We kind of need this Zor line to carry here. So play the Verge. Play the Zor line. Auto pay. Get back to LSL core. Get in with the bats. Drain ya, drain ya. Drain ya, drain ya. Why does no one play bats? Zorlane seems really good. From what I've read on Twitter, it sounds much like Sidisi Whitmere at Tarkir PPTQ. Game 1 ended a draw after 50 minutes. He wanted me to give him the win. Do you remember the Manifest standard, Green White Manifest standard? That's still my favorite. I wonder if the picture still exists. The Green White Manifest. There was an era when Green White Manifest was like the best deck in Standard, and it led to games where like each player was at 500 life and just had the biggest board of permanence. Found it. Another Calyx. I mean, aren't you just dead though if you don't have removal for Zorlane? Oh, maybe they have removal for Zorlane. I mean, we might be able to just race with the clerics even if they do. Pound it. Looking. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, dear. Well, that's something we cannot easily race. Well, let's play Enduring Innocence. That's unfortunate. Oh, I think we're dead now. Get in with the bats. But now they get to do Calyx stuff, and we can't stop the Calyx stuff. Oh, we're in a scary spot. We don't have removal, so we can't kill it. Found it. Enduring Innocence of their own. Gonna put a counter on something. And land on white. Counter on Calyx. We only have one creature in the graveyard. Shelter by Ghost is like the best card in Standard that no one plays. Fear of Isolation, picking up a land. And that lets our opponent block the bats. Yeah, this Calyx is going to carry here. Well, opponent, back up to 11. All right, deck, we need the miracle draw. Land Drain was lethal? We didn't have a way to gain life though, right? Like making without a if we had this on the battlefield, then Land Drain was lethal. Actually, is there any way maybe drain you. The Vokine enchantment. Attack. Oh, we end up just short, don't we? We put our opponent to 2. Mill it. Wow. Oh, with the Restless Fortress. Oh, you're actually right. You're actually right. Yeah, okay. I will accept the punt on that one. You were correct. The creature land was it was the right line. I agree. Yeah, I was thinking about the Dovulcan encampment, but you're right that the creature land actually was relevant there. Well, Cathar Commando in, Exercise in, go for the Throat in. Yes. I will accept the punt for that one. That one I agree. That was a punt. Oh, a punt and a Calyx. Really? You think Restless Fortress is that good? I never play Restless Fortress. For modern combos, Usury, Fortune's Flame, Edgar Kagat. Usury with Edgar is kind of hilarious. Draw 5, get an Omniscience for the turn. Yeah, I mean, getting a 6-drop on the battlefield's tricky, but that does sound like it'd be really fun. But 6, I wish we need like 2 mana Edgar. We need like a 2 mana Edgar. I think that's or like 3 mana. 6 mana is just so much, but that effect is super cool. One of the things about cards like Edgar is once they print that effect, I feel like that kind of breaks the ice, and I think it increases the chances that we get that effect like on a random artifact or something 2 years from now, 5 years from now. So maybe we'll get a cheaper version of it at some point. I feel like the cheaper version would go a super, super long ways towards making it actually work in Modern. It does sound hilarious though. Sounds like a good against the odds. I miss Modern against the odds and Budget Magics. I really do. What else can we cut? The Gorehound's actually very good. Yeah, let's try something like that. Oh, double triggering with Delny sounds kind of hilarious, actually. Yeah, Krim didn't need Edgar. Krim just naturally would win 5 coin flips in a row every time somehow. That was ridiculous. That was one of the luckiest things I've seen on Commander Clash. That was just straight up Krim luck. Oh, Gorehound, go. Found it. Razorverge Thicket. Well, let's play planes, get down Amalia. Would be nice if we could find something to gain us some life. Okay, Zoraline. Yeah, I mean, we're going to keep Zoraline. It's a good card. It doesn't gain us life right away, but it can gain us life in a couple of turns. Bonnet. Land. Mostly scared of Calyx. Okay, Inquisitive Glimmer is also decent. Well, play the land. Play the Zorlane. Pass the turn. Hey, what's up, Doug? Are you excited to play Garnet, Prince of I gotta look up this card now. Garnet, Prince of Alexandria. Oh, that thing. That actually is super cool with Fall of the Thran. A way to turbo through your sagas. This set has... Uncommons have gotten so cool. Uncommons used to kind of be like the throwaway. Ugh, Calyx and the Hall Creep. Uncommons used to be kind of like boring, throwaway cards. But they keep getting more and more interesting. Like, I swear, 3 years ago, 5 years ago, pre-Eldraine era, whatever, like, this probably would have been a rare. 2-mana 2/2 lifelink. And when it attacks, you can remove lore counters from any number of sagas and get that many count. Like, that's so much going on for an uncommon. Yeah, that card's super sweet. Wow! McCready, my lord. Handing out gift subs for days, opponent getting in. McKiri! I thought you were gone. Just when we thought they were gone. Handing out gift subs to Vintages, to Matthew, to J-Dubs, Ziand, Jabel McBooties, Mikarat Mob Gaming, Philip Paperboats, Fiona Yuki, Hydrant, Human Variant, Grickshaft, J. Rogers, It's a Trap, Jays, Perpetual Motion, Lord Disease, Thor, OK Franzen, and Generate. Welcome y'all to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscriptions, and huge thank you to McKiri for handing out all these gift subs. Big super cheer for you. Thank you. Ooh, Mildet Cleric. That's good. Essence Channeler. Trigger. Keep the Raise the Past for the future. Go to combat. Get in. Trigger. About it. Krustyback, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super for you. Thank you. Hey, see ya, McCary. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks again for all the gift subs. Wild Rage, first time sub. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Big super for you. Sheltered by Ghosts. That card is kind of an issue for us. Bone it. On an unblockable creature, no less. Oh, and that's going to trigger Calyx? That's actually... Our lack of removal is ruining our day. Like, now our opponent just gets to keep copying Sheltered by Ghosts, or the Hall Creep, or I guess the Glimmer. And we have a Raise the Past on the top of our deck that doesn't do anything. Also, not ideal. Well, go to combat. Get in. Might as well pay. Get back the Cleric. Drain ya. Mill the Bat. All right, there's a go for the throat. We'll see if it's in time. But go for the throat is an actual removal spell. Our opponent's also taking kind of big beats here. Opponent gonna block with a Glimmer. Down to 8 for now. All right, can the go for the throat save us? Favorite card from Final Fantasy. It might actually be the Blue Crystal. The set has a ton of cards I'm excited to brew around. Like, Cactar is really funny. Like, Jumbo Cactar is really funny. That card's cool. I'm intrigued by the equipment stuff. But when it comes down to it, it's the blue. The Blue Crystal, I just think has so many cool shenanigans. One of the cooler, like, synergy pieces we've seen in a long time. Wild Rage, welcome to the Fishbowl. First time's up, big super cheer for you. Thank you. Would this lead to infinite damage in Standard? Go X2, target the Desert trigger. The Virtue to copy the Go-Go's trigger. Once the Desert triggers original Go-Go. All right, let me look. So Virtue of Knowledge, copy the Go-Go trigger. So you Go-Go. So you play a Canyon. 1 damage on the stack. Go-Go to copy it. Virtue. I don't see how that goes infinite. Oh yeah, Hope Estium's also a super cool build around. Yeah, Go-Go's ability can't be copied. So I think what we need to do is, the best way I found to do it in standard is, let's play this turn first. Well, opponent's back up to 14. This is ridiculous. Well, kill the Hall Creep, pay the 2. Surveil away an Essence Channeler. Surveil away a Restless Fortress. Pass the turn, stay on defense. Well, we need even more removal somehow. Or to fill our graveyard way quicker. Okay, let me see. So there's Unstoppable Plans, the easiest Unstoppable Plan. So I think Unstoppable Plan is probably involved with if there is a combo in standard. So you go to your end step, you have Unstoppable Plan. At the beginning of your end step, untap all non-land permanents. If you also can have a bunch of creatures and a Realm Reborn. So all your creatures tap for mana. You could go to your end step, float the mana with all your creatures. Go, copy the Unstoppable Plan trigger. It'll untap the Go and all your other creatures. Then you can float all your mana, go again, copy the trigger, make infinite mana, and then you need a way to win at instant speed, essentially. So those are, I think, the kind of ways you gotta, I think the only way I can see to go infinite with Go is something that repeatedly untaps. It puts a trigger on the stack that will repeatedly untap it. That's the way I think that we could theoretically go infinite with it. Well, let's raise the pass. Not a great raise the pass, but we get some bodies, we get a bat, we grow our things. We will take a split up. Mill a Sanctifier. Ooh, boy, okay. Actually, if I knew we had 1,000,000 Sanctifiers, maybe we want our opponent to split up. We might actually just be okay with our opponent splitting up. Do they not have flyers? None of this flies? Well, get him with a bat then. Hit ya. Down to 9. Opponent's on the clock. Yeah, Hope Estium. I'm not sure the best way to build. I think what I would think of with building around Hope Estium, which is the 2-drop that when you gain life on your end step, you mill equal the amount of life you gained. It seems easiest to win with some sort of combo plan. Millennium Calendar would be a cool way to win on your end step. But I feel like maybe that's the way to go with Hope, is effects that double your life total. I think in a Soul Sistery deck, I'm a little more on it. I don't know if it's actually that good in the context of a Soul Sister deck, just because Soul Sisters don't gain that much life. If you're going to your end step and then milling for 5 or something, that's just not all that appealing. Opponent's gonna gain a lot of life here. We'll put the counters on the Deep Cavern Bat so we can also try to gain some life. Another raise the pass. We'll play Enduring Innocence. Get some triggers, gain a bit of life. Do we want a Gorehound? Maybe we keep a second Gorehound. Yeah, we'll keep the Gorehound. Get in with the bats. Hit ya. Alright, get some triggers. I mean, I guess eventually Amalia is going to get to 20 power and blow everything up. Maybe that's the game plan, is actually just win with Amalia. The other possibility is maybe we should just block with a bunch of creatures here. Maybe we just block with everything and try to win with... Okay. The more our opponent taps down, the more appealing it becomes to just throw our entire team in front of the Glimmer and then try to win with the Raise the Past. I don't know if we can drain this much, though, because our opponent's going to be at a ridiculous life total. Opponent gets in. Huh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we get back 7 creatures, 3 sanctifiers, 1 cleric. That's not enough, right? Well, let's do it this way. Let's just block. Opponent gains a bunch of life. Counters on the bat. Play the Gorehound. Do some surveillance, draw a card. Keep the go for the throw. Thank goodness. I mean, I think we just kill this right now. Our opponent's tapped down. It's only got 1 sheltered by Ghost. Yeah. All right, no Spell Pierce, please. No Spell Pierce. Whew! We did it. We killed the Glimmer. Okay, that is huge. That is huge. Now I think we actually probably win this game eventually. It still might take a while. But I think we win the game eventually now. Mill the bat. Now we go setting up the Raise the Past. Wow, what a grind. What a grind. All right, opponent. This has been a ridiculous game. Do you ever play roguelike style card games like Monster Train, Balatro? Actually, so I had to go to Texas for my little brother's wedding like a month ago, and that got me to download Balatro. I believe that was the game. That's like the card game, right? Yeah, Balatro. I asked y'all in chat, and you told me Balatro and Slay the Spire. I didn't even get to Slay the Spire because Balatro was so fun. So I spent the entire flight just playing Balatro. I started off, I really liked the game, but then after playing it for a bunch of hours, Balatro. I started feeling like it was kind of breakable. Like, I don't know, after like 10 hours or something, I started to feel like, oh, maybe this is kind of easy. If I just like do this strategy every time, it feels like it works really well. So I don't know, like, yeah, that was my experience. The first like 10 hours, I loved it. And then I was kind of like, okay, I think I kind of figured out how this game works. But it's still like super cool game. I still got to try to Slay the Spire. Oh, okay. So maybe I got to focus more on the challenges, but I definitely, or up the difficulty. But yeah, it's a super cool game. I really like how like the wild cards interact. Balatro. Slay the Spire's 1,000. All right, so I mean, I'm going to Vegas in a couple weeks for the Magic Con. Slay the Spires is gonna be my game for that flight. So I will report back in a couple of weeks after playing many hours of Slay the Spires. Balatro. Okay, Balatro. Y'all keep giving me different ways to pronounce it. All right, about it. Hinterland Sanctifier. Opponent's at 33. Can we win the game this turn? Let's play a Sanctifier. Get some triggers. Now I kind of wouldn't mind finding another bat. Ooh. Well, mill the Commando. Mill the Cleric. Mill the Encampment. Play the land. One, two, three, four, five, six. Now let's 1, 2, 3. Let's still Volcanic Encampment. Next turn, I think, is the Raise the Past turn. Attack, attack, attack. Make some tokens. Get some triggers. Oh, wait. Are we going to Amalia ourselves? We might Amalia ourselves. Actually, you know what? Maybe we keep filling the graveyard. Let's not exercise. Mill the Cleric. Man, a Raise the Past here is going to be absurd. We might break Arena, actually. We might get enough triggers to break Arena. That's a lot of concealed courtyards. Zorlane, sure. Let's get back the bat to do a little hand check. Oh my god, Calyx and lands. Okay. Okay, oh, next turn's going to be good. Next turn's going to be real good. Mill the Commando. Mill the Amalia. Mill the Voice of Victory. Mill the S. Oh my god. Oh, this is going to be the best. The best race the past of all time. Mill the Bat. Oh no, 18 power. I mean, I guess blowing everything up is okay. 18 power. Wait, so next turn what happens? Pound it. You're gonna do a little blocking. Next turn's gonna be ridiculous. If they top deck Rest in Peace, I'm gonna cry. Yes, we're playing. We're just below Mythic. We gotta win a few more matches to get to Mythic, but this is ranked. I pretty much always play ranked. Very rare to not play ranked. What do you think about this standard legal Splinter Twin? Opponent takes the beats. Mill the Alice. Oh wow, this is gonna be so good. Discard Concealed Courtyard. All right, opponent, kill us if you can, because this Raise the Past is gonna be insane. So I think the combo's super cool. Corvinho. I will say, from a competitive perspective, any deck that revolves around having to flip a card that's 6 mana at sorcery speed is probably going to be an against the odds deck. So I think that's the challenge. I think the 2-card aspect of the combo really cool. The challenge of this combo is what's happening. They can't 34 us, right? Opponent grows their stuff. But I think that's the challenge, is it seems tricky to be able to play Terra, flip it without it getting interacted with, and then do the thing. But I'm definitely planning on trying it. Because it's a super cool idea. I'll block with Amalia. Oh, we can't block that. All right, block with Amalia. And see what happens. Opponent gets to do Calyx stuff. I'm very excited for this turn. This turn's going to be so cool. Does Arena survive? That is the real question. Does Arena survive this turn? Because I'm not sure that it actually does. Opponent going to copy something. I'm starting to think that equipment might actually work, Halfling. The free equip stuff has made me think that we might actually be able to have an equipment deck in Standard. Yeah, if we blow the board up with Amalia first, I guess it becomes even funnier. Even more likely to break Arena, that's for sure. Opponent goes back up to 30. Come on, no Rest in Peace. Ooh. All right, temporary lockdown. Well, that's interesting. I think we still are okay. Well, all right, let's do some things. Let's do some things and stuff. Raise the Past. All right, take a little peek. 38 triggers currently on the stack. We'll get rid of the split up, and all right, party time. Gain some life, get some triggers. I feel like this is gonna end with Amalia blowing up the board. I feel like this is going to end with Amalia blowing up the board, and then we just raise the Past again if our opponent's not dead. But I think they're actually going to... They probably just die to this. They're taking so much. Found it. Down to 20. Found it. We have not even hardly resolved any triggers. There's still 30 on the stack. Up to 36. Pound it down to 16. Oh, what a combo. When you don't have the rest in peace. Pound it. 14. Pound it. Down to 10. Down to 8. Try to temporary lockdown us, will ya? Try to temporary lockdown us, will ya? Oh no, in paper, I would make so many. I would be DQ'd probably. There's no way I would execute this turn properly in paper. There is no way. Oh, that was pretty sweet. That was actually pretty sweet. Oh, I do like this deck. Oh. Yeah, Commando's key there. We could blow up the lockdown with it, that is true. We didn't even need to, but we had the option. Thoughts on battle menu? Battle menu, I really like that it has what I would say is a high floor. Battle menu is the new kind of like super charm card. 2 mana white card, it's an instant. You can choose one of, make it 2/2 knight. Give a creature +0/+4. Destroy a creature with power 4 or greater. You gain 4 life. So I feel like this card, at worst, is a good card in Knight decks where you care about the creature type, and is probably a very good sideboard card. I think the option of make a chump blocker early game, or maybe even trade off early game with the 2/2, plus blow up a big creature late game, plus gain life against aggro, plus, I don't know, the ability one is probably the worst. Like, I guess there's situations where you can use it to save a creature, but I feel like there's enough flexibility here. It could be a main deck card in something like Knights. Otherwise, I feel like it has the look of, especially after rotation, a card that could be a sideboard all-star. And also probably very good in Best of One. I think that's the other place where, like, these cards where you staple a ton of effects together, I think they go up even more in value in Best of One where you don't have a sideboard. But yeah, I think it's very good. The uncommons from the set are just very good. Yeah, in Best of One, I think it's way more main deckable. In Best of Three, I'm kind of like probably Knights if it's main deck, otherwise sideboard. In Best of One, though, I think it's very, very main deckable. The art from the set's actually super cool. As someone who doesn't really care about Final Fantasy, I gotta admit that, like, Chocobos and Moogles are actually pretty sweet. They don't look all that magic-y, but they just got like the weird fantasy character look. I like the aesthetic of the set. I really do. Speaking of uncommons, I want to show off this jank deck. Ultimate Soul Cauldron, cheap transformability, infinite turn lock. Oh yeah, did you show me this before, Birds? Like a week ago? Or I feel like somebody was talking about this combo maybe last stream. Maybe it wasn't even you. Maybe it was someone else. Oh, the deck list looks way different, so I don't think it was you. But yeah, someone else was talking about that synergy, which is super cool. Yeah, I guess we got to take it as much as I'd like to kill that. Gorehound's not the worst, so we can play the land, play Amalia, hit a land, play a Gorehound. All right, how about not lands this time? Hit a land. All right. Well, we have a handful of lands, that's for sure. Yeah, the idea of the combo is super cool. It reminds me. Do you remember the combo we played of using Invasion of Amonkhet with the Flip Gods to make it so it would keep coming back from the graveyard? You could sack it infinitely. It kind of reminds me of those shenanigans. Yeah, it's a really, there's so many cool synergies from this set. That's one of the things I love. Like, so many of them are, like, kind of expensive, so I wonder, like, how good they'll be in Standard or whatever. But there's so many sweet synergies, which is one of the things I like of them, doing all these top-down flavor designs. Opponent. Getting in. Yeah, I guess we gotta take it. Losing the LSL core, not ideal. Well, we can play an Enduring Innocence. Surveil away a concealed courtyard for sure. Shadowy Backstreet. Yeah, I think we keep the Sanctifier for now. We're kind of dying to this Hall creep, though, if we can't start gaining more life. Yeah, Final Fantasy music's not bad. I've looked up some of it because I've used it in some shorts about Final Fantasy stuff on YouTube. And the music's actually, like, for video game music, it's very good. Not really, like, a style I listen to on a day-to-day basis, but, like, for a soundtrack to something, actually very well put together. Yeah, this has so many cool things to brew around. I think that's easily the coolest part of this set is there's just so many cool brew arounds. Best video, I mean, Mario. Dun 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 dun. Found it. Inquisitive Glimmer. Getting super big. Doing a lot of attacking. I think we might be dead. Yeah. Well, enchantments. Aye. I liked Halo 2. That's back when I was good at video games. back in my day when Halo was a thing. How many Final Fantasy Legends do not go infinite in some format or another? Is it just me, or is it because of power creep? I think the set is in some ways kind of sleepery, because I think the set is very strong. I think, in part because everything's a legend, and in part because people associate legends with Commander, rightly, because it's a whole format built around legends. I feel like the number of legends in this set might be leading to people underestimating the power of some of the cards in 60 card formats. I 100% think that the most important thing about this set is making it good in Commander. I think that is a huge part of the design, but I think the power level is so high. I think once we start playing with these cards, like our $188,000 Cloutier, once we start playing with these cards, I think there's actually going to be some really good stuff for Constructed in there. I think it's as weird as it sounds for the best selling set of all time, I feel like it's still kind of a sleeper set, just because I feel like its reputation is it's a Commander set, and it is a Commander set, but there's still a lot of really good stuff for 60 card formats in there too. So I think we're going to see that it's actually pretty good. I'd sell them right now if you can get someone to give you $188,000, Dr. Gankenstein. I would snap do that. I think it's worth it. I don't know. You might have to buy back in later for $200,000 if you want to build a cloud deck, but we looked at it earlier. Please ignore. We're just joking. Ignore that price. That price is not actually real. The bigger price issue is this set is kind of expensive. Like, I was just thinking about this today. Final Fantasy Play Boosters are roughly $180. They did briefly drop to around $150, which is kind of the normal price. This is how long ago was it when we had $100 booster boxes? It wasn't that long ago, right? I feel like it wasn't that long ago. When did we switch to, like, we had $100 draft boosters, 2 years ago, 3 years ago? This is a pretty big price increase as far as getting sealed product. Like, going from 100 to 180, that's almost doubling in price in the course of just a few years. So I feel like, and part of this is Final Fantasy. I don't think every set will be $180. Part of it is Universes Beyond, Final Fantasy fans, maybe scalpers. I'm very nervous about scalpers really coming to Magic. Maybe Magic floats enough under the radar that it won't happen, but I think that's actually kind of a concern. Just from what I've seen about Pokemon and stuff, I'm a little nervous that if scalpers do start coming to Magic, it could get really bad. Paul, wait, when did you resub, Paul? Did I miss it somehow? Did it not pop up? That's so... I don't know why there's... Well, I'm sorry, Paul. I'm looking back in the chat. I don't see it. Huh. Well, Paul, my apologies to you again. Welcome back to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. Thank you. Yeah, that's so strange. Usually it pops up, and that's the easy way for me to know to shout someone out. But oh, okay. Sometimes Twitch is kind of delayed. It might pop up in like another minute or two. I have had that happen before, but apologies, Paul. Welcome back to the Fishbowl. Big scoop cheer for you. Hope all is going well. Stealth Paul. What do we take out of this hand? The cornucopias I'd like to get rid of, but we can't get rid of both of them. They're going to ramp into a Troxa, which is sad. The Roxanne's bad for us. Well, we're going to take the Roxanne. I guess they ramp into a Troxa and we try to hopefully do something before that happens. There's the cornucopia. Opponent passes. Gorehound's actually not the worst draw here. So we can play the Gorehound. We can play the Caves of Koilos. We can play the Essence Channeler. Trigger the Gorehound. Keep the Raise the Past. Get in with the Bat. Grow the Channeler. Opponent adapts. Are you going to play the Mixed Draft? Very curious what it is. I am not sure what that is. Wait, is that a event on Arena Badger? I am not familiar with the Mixed Draft. Well, let's play an Essence Channeler. Wait, are they trying to cast a Troxa with a Selesnya mana base? It kind of looks like they're just planning on casting a Troxa without. Okay, that's a tap land at least. Yeah, Troxa's gonna come next year. Cursed. The deck is cursed. I haven't played. This deck is gonna make me believe in the conspiracy theories. This deck's gonna do it. You know those conspiracy theories where you see on the Reddit where people are like, I think that Arena intentionally puts me into my bad matchups. Yeah, there's no way. Intentionally puts me into my bad matchups. No matter what deck I build, they just throw me into the opposite of that. I don't think I've played against Sunfall in like 3 months. And now we play this deck that is like unplayable if Sunfall's around. And we've played against Sunfall, 2 out of 4 matches? How is that possible? I mean, if you just look at like deck lists, I think it's an Arena thing. I think it's Arena players being behind the actual like competitive meta. Because if you look at the actual like amount that cards see play, is Sunfall even like, where's Sunfall on this list? Sunfall not even in the top 50 cards anymore. That goes down to cards that are in 8% of decks, but like pretty much all the control decks have dumped it for temporary lockdown or a Day of Judgment in some cases. So it's kind of surprising. Yeah, like 1 Day of Judgment, temporary lockdowns. You might see one in the sideboard once in a while, but people just main decking Sunfall is not really a thing. Unless we're trying to do this Amelia Raise the Past thing, then apparently it's very much a thing. Oh, maybe this deck, I really want decks like this to be good. No, the biggest problem is just that the format's just so fast that Sunfall's actually not fast enough against the top decks in the meta. Like the Prowess deck, between Prowess and Mono Red, the tournament this past weekend, they were like 50% of the day 2 meta or something, and they just kill you turn 3 or turn 4. So you don't even get to cast your Sunfall by the time that you're dead in those matchups. Well, okay, I guess we got a sideboard. So yeah, the format's just gotten so fast that it's kind of been oddly power crept out of the format, as weird as that sounds. That they've just made the format too fast for Sunfall. We might try the Teamer deck after this. This deck is cool, and it's led to some good moments, but boy, if everyone's playing Sunfall, this deck is not playable. It's like hard not play. Not even like being sarcastic, but it's just like straight up not playable. Final Fantasy might bring back Goofy land combo, where you hope you don't see Rest in Peace Clash of Icons as a 1-mana Splendid Reclamation is strong. Ooh. Well, lads, play a land. Get down LSL Core. Wait, how's it a 1-mana Splendid Reclamation? I'm so confused. Oh, I see. Using it with Summon Titan. That is pretty sweet. Well, play the land. Play if we get Sunfall. How are they even casting Sunfall in this mana base? Seriously, opponents. What is going on, newbie Max? Get in, hit ya. Down to 18. I do think Summon Titan's really good. I'm very intrigued by the Saga creatures. The Saga creatures intrigue me. I don't know how good they are. We'll find out. Ooh. Well, I think we have to do this. Play the Cathar Commando, gain some life, trigger our stuff. Blow up your Cornucopia. Not going to have you wrapping into your Sunfalls. And if we draw land next turn and get to kick the Starscape Cleric, I think our opponent's dead. They might be dead anyway to this Essence Channeler. Hey, what's up, an opponent? Life's not so good when you don't have a Sunfall, now is it? And our opponent scoops it up. Hey, Seth, have you seen Golblez Crystal Collector? I don't think so. All right, this apparently is a leak, chat. So if you do not want to see a leaked Magic the Gathering card, avert your eyes. Golblez Crystal Collector. So 2 mana Dimir, 1/4. Legendary Human Wizard. Says whenever an artifact you control enters, surveil 1. So I like the 1/4. This is a card that I feel like goes way up in value if /1's Monstrous Rage is banned and blocking is a thing we can do. Then, like, you could play this and block for days against aggro in a normal meta. And then beginning your end step, if you control 4 or more artifacts, return target creature card from your graveyard to your hand. If you control 8 or more artifacts, each opponent loses life equal to that card's power. That seems pretty easy to achieve. Like, getting enough artifacts. So 8, that's kind of a big ask. But 4 artifacts, that seems pretty realistic. And then you get to get a creature. I like it. I actually like that card quite a bit. I like it. I don't know. Monstrous Rage is... I think I'm convinced at this point that they're going to ban Monstrous Rage. So I'm just running on the assumption that in a couple months, Monstrous Rage will no longer be a thing. I feel like in a Rageless format, I think that this would actually be a pretty solid card. You can play it. You can do some... You can play it. You can do some blocking. Shut down your opponent's early aggro, eventually start generating card advantage. To me, that seems like a really solid option. It just doesn't... if people are Monstrous Raging, you play it and try to block, and then they Monstrous Rage and you cry. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. At this point, I am 100% convinced that they're going to have to ban Monstrous Rage. They should have just done it last time, honestly, but Flourishing and all, they had to wait. So I think Monstrous Rage, will be banned 100%. The question is, do they do more than that? That's actually one of the things I dislike. One of the biggest things I dislike about how they do the current bans once a year, because I feel like the ideal way to handle this, if we had bannings on a regular basis instead of once a year, my advice would be... That is all kinds of awkward for us. Well, let's take the... This is like 5-color control. I guess that's kind of neat. Those Tranquil Frillbacks are good against our graveyard stuff. Well, let's take the Ill-Timed Explosion. Pass the turn. About it. But I feel like the ideal way to do it would be to... All right, if they draw an untapped blue source, I'm just scooping. Please, not an untapped blue source. Shadowy Backstreet. Delvokian Encampment. That seems not great against Authority of the Consuls. Get in, hit ya. Down to 21. Man, once a bat dies, it's going to be very scary for us. Opponent, another land. Too many lands. All right, bat you. Get rid of that ill-timed explosion. Opponents, oh, Roxanne. Okay, at least they need 2 lands for Roxanne. Maybe our opponent will just never draw another land, and these bats will get there. Hit you back to 20. Opponent, passing. Okay, Essence Channeler is actually a card. That's more of a clock. That's more of a clock. Yes, you gain some life. But our bats will save us. Hit ya. 3 counters on the Essence Channeler. Okay, now we're actually dealing some damage. Can we raise the Roxanne? Opponent, Ancient Cornucopia. Potentially, Hinterland Sanctifier. Potentially getting to it next turn. How insane is it? How insane is it to raise the pass just a Starscape Cleric? That's got to be insane, right? That's got to be insane. So we'd get 1 trigger on that. It would go up to 6 power. And we drain for 1 down to 18. Then we hit for 6, 7, 8, 9. Drain. Yeah, I think we wait. Go to combat, get in, hit ya. Get some triggers. And pass the turn. Does our opponent find a land to play Roxanne and gain some life and kill a bat? And they do not, and opponent scoops it up. Whew. I don't know if this would actually be a good video or not, but for CC, if you're limited only to standard now. But for CC, what if you're limited to only standard now that it's crazy? Wait, okay, let me see. I don't know if this would be a good video or not, but for CC, wait, what is CC, Army? But for CC, what if you're limited to only standard now that it's crazy big before rotation? Hey, MTG Goldfish, I have like 16 2-drops in my commander deck. I think that's enough to run Raise the Past. It's a Welcoming Vampire style deck. So you know what card I love? And maybe you're already playing this, Can't Break Me. In Commander, it's not exactly the same as Raise the Past, but I would definitely 1,000,000% be playing a Dust Dawn. Dust Dawn, I really love. This is my go-to in decks like that because the front side's a Wrath for big creatures, and then the back side, you get all the creatures power 2 or less back to your hand. So I would say that you could, I would say that you can play Raise the Past. 18's probably enough. But if I had to choose, I would play Dust Dawn before I play Raise the Past because you can get value out of the Wrath mode too. So that's probably where I'd start. Content. Oh, I see. For content creation. Can you try out the... Let me look. I don't know if we're going to try out Mixed Draft right now, but we can see what it is if it's up on in the client. Mix up Premier Draft. So let's see what this says. Mix up features mix together cards from many different sets in every pack. Select 1 card at a time. The cards will be added to your collection. You'll use them plus basic lands to build a deck. Play. Okay. So I imagine this is my guess. My guess is, yeah, I know. I was thinking Commander Clash, Couch Cat. There's so many CCs in my life. I don't know what this means. Oh, is standard only Commander Clash? Yeah, I mean that's something we could do if that was something people are interested in. That makes sense. Comic Sensor. There's so many potential CCs. Too many potential CCs. I imagine this is like a low powered, like kind of cubish, I guess, but not curated like Cube. I haven't played the draft format. Someone in the chat was asking about it, so I actually don't know. My guess is it's just kind of random, and it's like all the cards on Arena, and you get a random pack. It might be kind of fun. It's a bad cube would be my guess. Let's try the Teamer deck. I don't know if it's something you all are interested in. We could potentially try it in the future, but I don't know if we're gonna jump into it right now. So I want to try this Battle Crier deck. I don't know if this deck's any good. It's probably not any good, but Temur Battle Crier reads like a potentially powerful card. You play the Battle Crier, you play things with power 4 greater. It makes your stuff cheap. It allows for like pseudo combo turns with Outcaster Trailblazer. You got Surrak to buff the number of 4 power creatures you got. Dragonhawk can deal a huge amount of damage. You can ramp into Vaultborn Tyrant. So it's kind of like Temur Battle Crier, Temur midrange. The part that scares me about the deck is I've played against this deck on Arena, and I feel like every time I play against it, I beat it. On the other hand, the idea of Temur Battle Crier is kind of appealing. Ooh, Rite of Replication. I haven't played Rite of Replication. How have we not played Rite of Replication since it came back in Standard? That seems like we can add a copy. Let's add a copy. I'm excited for the new one. The one that can copy lands. You don't get the kicker mode, but I feel like that card's gonna be good. All right. Rite of Replication from Foundations. What are we gonna cut though? You know what? 60. How many lands does this deck got? Let's see. Ooh, 20. Oh, 23. Oh God. Oh no. 23 lands. And a Vaultborn Tyrant, eh? 3 Vaultborn Tyrants. That I would say that's at least 2 lands less than I really want. That's got to be about 2 lands light. But this draws us cards and it's cool. Maybe a Snakeskin Veil. So I think Snakeskins to keep the Battle Crier alive. Do we need? You know what? That's a lot of Snakeskins in the main deck. Let's try it like that. Yeah, I feel like Stock Up's probably very good. Hey Seth, I'm big sad about the amount of your content I've been missing due to spoilers. Oh, it's not that much. So during spoilers, normal week is 3 gameplay videos. Monday, Wednesday, Friday. During spoilers, when we're doing spoiler videos every day, it's 1 less. It's two gameplay videos a week. The good news is this very long spoiler season is almost over. We're halfway through week 3 of a 3-week spoiler season. So honestly, yesterday there wasn't a video because it was the spoiler video of the week and a holiday. So I think from here on out, the normal schedule is back in effect, at least until our next spoiler season. Cut the Haktua. Opponent. Oh, the Commander Clash seemed to pick up on that mispronunciation. How would cost reduction for Battle Crier work with Doppelgang? You just reduce the cost of the X, so it would work. It would work the way that you wanted to. You're up against blue-white control. Ooh. Do people intentionally try to avoid spoilers before sets? It's a good question. I know some people try to avoid leaks. I'm not sure if people actually try to avoid spoilers, though. Ooh, Phyrexian Luca. Yeah, I mean, Phyrexian Luca could be okay. What's the card that you're gonna miss the most when it rotates? Because we're gonna be losing all the Phyrexia sets. Yeah, 4 mana draw 2. Wow, are you gonna counter our form? Wow. Okay, opponent counters our format. This is looking real grim. I mean, maybe this Mirrex is our pathway to victory. We might just start Mirrexing. Oh, but there's a Biza that we can't Obliterating Bolt. Well, all right, let's draw a couple cards. This is the worst hand I have ever seen against a control deck. It is literally the worst hand I've ever seen. Elish Norn's on my... Yeah, this is going very poorly. Elish Norn's on my short list, too. Elish Norn's a super cool card. So the sets we're losing. Brothers War. Phyrexian will be 1. March of the Machines. March of the Machines Aftermath. Oh, no, I'm missing. There's one more. What is the... Oh, Dominaria United. Dominaria United, Brothers War. March of the Machines. March of the Machines Aftermath. Phyrexial will be one. Well, look at us go. Look at us go. Our Rite of Replication already paying off. Already paying off. And then we can crack a map on our Biza to make it bigger than your Biza. All right. How do you like us now, opponent? How do you like us now? Giant Bomb has 3 new spoilers. There's new. Are they any rares in there? I feel like there's. Aw. Well, okay. Haha. We might as well do something with this Snakeskin Veil. Oh, I see the spoilers. We'll look at them in a minute. Uh-oh, opponent has even more interaction. Well, that's what happens when you cast a bunch of stock ups. I will say, initial impression of this deck, I mean, it's been like 5 turns, but not exactly super positive. Opponent, temporary lockdown. Certainly. Gets in with a Biza, hits us. Well, play the land. I guess we play a Sad Surah, or a Sad Dragonhawk. Exile a card. Pass the turn. Hit you for 2. Boom, back down to 20. And opponent, Meticulous Archive. It's so funny, a corporate shell. Wow, opponent's gonna Wrath? Okay, I mean, I guess that's okay-ish. Considering that our opponent played a bunch of... Ooh, all right. Oh, they're gonna counter it, and it's gonna make... You know what, let's... Do we just play Surrak? Yeah, let's play Surrak. Let's play Surrak. They can't counter Surrak. It's so funny. I hear people talk about content voice, and I don't even connect that I have a it's like not a conscious thing where I think, oh, I'm talking different somehow. I don't even notice. If I am, I don't even notice that I'm doing it. I feel like a lot of the change, if you go back to my earliest videos to today, I feel like there's two things that changed. One is when I first started making content, I was making content using like a $20 headset, more of a tone than an accent. All right, opponent's gonna ride Zen, but I think part of it is just like my equipment's gotten better over the years. Like the mics are better and that kind of stuff is better. The other thing is when I first started recording content, I had roommates, I had other people around. I always felt like I had to be. There was one point where I was recording the Goldfish podcast in a basement closet where the water heater was, because it was the only place that was quiet enough. So I'd always talk like very quiet, and I try not to like disturb anyone because I felt weird about recording content when other people around. Feels so weird to me. Like if someone's in the next room, it's very hard for me to like, I don't know, I'm thinking like, oh, what are they thinking? This has got to be so weird. I'm just like talking to myself for hours on end. So I think that was part of it too. So I think that's part of it. But I don't know, maybe I do without even realizing it. That's also possible. But all this to say, I never made like any sort of conscious choice where like, oh, I'm making content, so I'm going to talk differently or this way. How do we do this? Let's play the Outcaster Trailblazer. I mean, somehow we have as many cards in hand as the control deck now. Maybe because we've been missing land drops, but make a red mana. Play the Battle Crier. Draw a card. Opponent's going to Meringue River Regent to draw 3 cards. Are you going to shuffle up and play anytime soon? Maybe. Prop has definitely asked me to do it. It's just a matter of making it out to the far other side of the country. What's up, Labrador? How are you? Good to see you. Good to see you. What else can we do here? You know what? Let's make it. They're probably gonna counter this, but let's make your own luck. See if we can. Wow. Okay. Well, let's plot the... Wow! Opponent scoops it up. We beat the control deck. Oh, okay. I was not expecting that. And now, the secret tech comes in. Our 23 land Tyrannix Rex deck. Gonna get him. It is over. There is no way. There is no way our opponent can stop the power of the mighty Tyrannus Rex. I was the doubter. The first 5 turns of that game, I thought we were losing for sure, but it is not a bad card against control. I feel like more people use Thrun for that role because it's cheaper, but Rex 7 mana 8/8 can't be countered, trample, ward 4, haste, toxic 4. That is a lot of mechanics, a lot of text on good old Tyrannus Rex. I kind of like Vault more. You know what? Maybe we just go super big. Because, what are we even obliterating bolding? You know what? No removal. Let's go. Hey, Seth. I took your Naya Voja deck, updated with some new cards, ended up with a very nice brew with some great cards. Can you check it out? I would love to check it out. Elves and Wolves join up. Rocco. Loam Speaker. Oh, Annie joins up. Annie joins up is sweet with Voja. Expedited Inheritance. Whenever a creature is dealt damage, its controller may exile that many cards. How is Expedited Inheritance felt? I'm curious. If there's a weekly MTG, I imagine it's starting about now. We're not gonna watch it because we can keep an eye out for spoilers. If there's new spoilers, we'll talk about the spoilers. But we're not gonna watch the entire stream. I think the main plan for weekly MTG is when they do new spoilers or when there's something special like the arena economy stream or a banlist stream. We'll definitely watch those, but why'd we keep this? I mean, they're a control deck, so they're not going to do anything for a while anyway. And I feel like just eventually we'll make land drops and kill them with the Rexes. If we're up against aggro, I'd be concerned, but against control, I kind of feel like just keeping a hand of expensive stuff is fine, because what are they going to fish us with the Fountain Port? Meringue River Regent. Maybe it'll backfire. I mean, we still need to draw many more lands, though. So hopefully the next lands are going to be greed. We can get down the Dragonhawk. Our first stuff's going to get countered anyway, I'm sure. Opponent. I mean, maybe it won't work out. We'd never be able to keep this. That's unfortunate. We'd never be able to keep this against an aggro deck. Missing that land drop is kind of brutal, though. That is kind of brutal. Why are we playing deserts? I didn't build this one. This one's from the internet. Yeah, I feel like the best piece of deck building advice I think I ever got. Someone came up to me, a pro player who's really good at Magic. We're doing something together. It might have been during a Super League event. I think it was during a Super League event. The first time we met, and they're like, I really like some of your decks, but you always play one or two too few lands. And I thought about it. I was like, you know what? I think you're actually right. I think you were actually correct. So I have made a conscious effort since then to play one or two more lands. And I feel like it's improved my decks immensely. I feel like this deck should be, sacking the treasure to draw a card. I feel like this deck should be 25 lands would be my number. Maybe we'll try to add some more lands after this game or after this match. We will also look at the spoilers too once this match ends. Good lord. The Magic y'all know and love. 2 players discarding the hand size. I mean, our opponent's winning because they have the Fountain Port, so they are further ahead. But look at these T-Rexes. I mean, we do got a lot of big green creatures. Oh, that's the finisher. All right. Yep. Well, whoever said why'd you keep this hand, I guess you were right, although we also just did not draw lands literally forever. I mean, I feel like a lot of that's variance, right? Or not just variance, but the fact that deck has 23 lands, which is just incorrect on its face. Good old Platy. You never know with Platy. Platy's got their own ideas about how Magic should be played. Play every 7-drop in 23 lands. That is the Platy way. Also, some deserts. I don't know why they're in the deck. They make us play off curve, so we can't play our Surrak. We don't have any doppelgangs or anything, but you might as well play some deserts. Well, let's play Surrak. Yeah, we're gonna after this game we'll add more lands to it. Oh, man. This is my first game playing the deck. We haven't played it at all. It could be a budget consideration. That is possible. Well, this game we're drawing our lands at least. That part's nice. Well, play the land. It's a Mirrex. So Surrak only keeps our creatures from being countered, right? I guess it doesn't stop them from being countered, but we draw a card. Well, let's play the Battle Crier. About it. I feel like Battle Crier could be a good card at some point. All right, so opponent's going to counter. We draw an Outcaster Trailblazer. Well, get in with 4. Get in with Surrak for 4. I mean, we will Snakeskin Veil if they... All right, so we get to draw a card. And Snakeskin Veil to Surrak. Hit you for 5, down to 13. The pressure is on. About it. Could you imagine Rider Replication on Vaultborn Tyrant? Can we add Phyrexian Luca? We'll think about it. Yeah, Surrak's been... I feel like Surrak's a really good card. Surrak just suffers from the fact that green sucks. That's kind of the issue, is that green just is not good. Opponent, Soul Partition. Gonna bounce the Surrak. And opponent passes. Well, replay the Surrak. Pass the turn. I mean, we might win this game anyway. We might actually still win the match. All right, opponent's going to stock up, do some digging. Let me see Chaos Factory. Perhaps a potential deck for a video once Final Fantasy comes out. Final Fantasy Legend Surveil. Ooh. Yeah, let's just plot a Trailblazer. Hit you with the Surrak. Down to 9. Yeah, this is where we've kind of stalled out on hitting lands again, which is awkward. A little bit awkward. What universe? I want Universes Beyond Trailer Park Boys. Actually, the things I like that I think are entertaining, I don't know if they'd actually make for especially good Universes Beyond sets. Ooh, I don't think I've seen your Shriek Control deck, Lucid. Maybe the Wire. I need a. Speaking of bubbles, I need a very different bubbles card. Oh, so what do we do now? So we can play Dragonhawk, draw a card. Actually, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, let's do this. I feel like this might be the best option. Vaultborn Tyrant. Gain some life, draw a card. Draw a card. We need to discard 3 cards, which is going to be, oh man, as much as it hurts, I think it's, well, you know what, we'll hold on to it. We'll hold on to the Rider Replication. We can pitch 1 Surrak, 1 Dragonhawk, and then I guess Ill-Timed Explosion. Looney Tunes would be sweet. Opponent. Ooh, Elspeth. All right, Elspeth's a good one. Elspeth is a good one. All right, I got the deck list pull up. Well, we will look at that. Opponent get it. Wow. Blows up. Passes. 2 mana available. Well, let's play a Surrak, draw a card. Play Hedge Maze, do a little surveilling, keep the 3 steps ahead, and pass the turn. Swing for 0 for the 83rd month. Welcome back to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Big soup cheer for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Was just in Denver, where you want to move to. Pretty nice, but the altitude gets me. Yeah, the altitude takes some adjusting to when you first get there. That's why that's where they have like all the Olympic training stuff. Like the Olympic athletes go to the high altitude, because if you can do it there, you can do it even easier at a normal altitude. I don't know, maybe, I wonder if I'd still like Colorado. I liked it a while ago, like 15 years ago. Denver was super cool, but I know it's grown a lot since then. I wonder if I would still like it as much today. Well, let's play the Dragonhawk. See what answers our opponent has. The Surrak's been really nice. Wow, opponent just lets it go. Wait, is this not very bad for our opponent? So we draw a card. We exile 3 cards. We pass the turn. Hit you down to 3. Oh, we're so close. Pound it down to 3. 3 steps ahead at the ready. If our opponent ever taps down, write a replication on Vaultborn Tyrant would be kind of the greatest thing ever. Huh. Alright. Well, I guess we gotta spend our counter here, unfortunately. Our opponent copying Meringue River Region would be kind of bad for us. Pass the turn. No, well, no, I just always said if I ever moved, which I'm not in the process of moving or anything. There's a lot that keeps me, as far as like family and friends and whatnot, that keeps me around upstate New York. So it's unlikely that I move in the near future. But if I ever did move, I've always said that the Denver area is probably where I'd go, because I really liked it when I lived there before. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, it's playing Mirrex. Play Twin Maw Stormbrood, just the way we drew it up. Our deck doesn't even have white mana, but that's fine. We get to draw a card. We gain some life up to 34. Opponent's going to Tishana's Tidebinder. Meringue River Region's pretty big, isn't it? 6-7 is. That's a big butt. That is a big butt. Well, we will pass the turn for now. Opponent. Gonna sack and draw. Sure. Do we end up winning this game? Oh, what did you think, Little Prince? What did you think of your first, one of my favorite genres of YouTube videos, and there was only like probably 10 of these in existence or something, but people's first reaction to Ween, one of my favorites. What did you think of the mollusk? Yeah, let's try to counter. Wait, so is Dragonhawk? So if we chump attack Dragonhawk, we still get the damage? Is that how that works? If that's how it works, I didn't realize that. I thought you need to actually have Dragonhawk on the battlefield to get the damage, but I could. Maybe I'm incorrect. Well, let's play another Vaultborn Tyrant. Draw a card, gain some life. Play a land, Battle Crier. Draw a card, gain some life. I mean, we wanna see the Raider replication anyway. That would be the dream. I just don't know how we resolve it against this control deck. This silly control player. Oh well, we should have jumped attack then. I was thinking you had to have the Dragonhawk on the battlefield for it to still do it, but cards got too much text these days, chat. They got too much text on these cards. So in theory, that means if we play this Dragonhawk and it resolves, we just win, right? Is that the TLDR? So we play Dragonhawk. As long as this resolves, we get 4 damage and we win the game on our end step. Opponent, 3 steps ahead. Ha! Well, the good news is there's more Dragonhawks where that came from. Number 2, can you stop it again? The answer is no. Double trigger, Gates of Life. Oh, and there's a... Oh! Opponent! Gonna stifle. Wait, they still die, though, don't they? I think they still die to this tramples, right? Yeah, I think they still die. That looks like 3 to me. And control deck down! Okay. Maybe the deck with 23 lands is good enough to overcome my punting. All right, we have a couple of spoilers. We haven't seen yet. We have new Magic cards. Let's see if they're any good. So we have a ton of new Magic cards, including two rares even. Okay, here's the new cards, chat. Let's see what we get. Card number 1, rare number 1. Rare number 1. Actually, let me get a drink first. Zephyr? Zephyr Omasi? All right, what does this card do? 4 mana red. Legendary Human Knight. It's cool to see Knights getting support. Circle of Loyalty, I'm telling you. That prediction was not wrong. It's just going to take like 6 years for it to come true. Saphir. Olamzi. 4 mana, 3/4 Legendary Human Knight. Whenever a creature you control attacks alone, it gains double strike until end of turn. Okay, potentially scary. And then Firecross. Whenever it deals combat damage to a player, you may cast target instant or sorcery card with mana value 3 or less from your graveyard without paying its mana cost. If a spell would be put in your graveyard this way, goes to exile. Oh, wait. Okay, so I play this 4-drop. I get in a hit with it. I give it double strike by attacking alone. And then I cast 2 spells, mana value 3 or less, for free from my graveyard. Another way to recast stock up. So it kind of does what Shiko does. It kind of does like what Shiko does, but you have to attack with it. So it's cheaper Shiko, but it has to get in combat damage. Yeah, I mean, it's cool. It's definitely cool. If Knights are a thing, I could see it being good. I think the challenge is it's kind of slow. So you play it, it doesn't... I guess the best case is you play it, you have another creature that can attack alone and get double strike. That's the way you can have it do something right away. And then the next turn, it becomes very scary. Because if you can actually get in with it, then you get a ton of free value. Yeah, this is probably an after rotation card. What is the other rare here? Memories Returning. 4 mana, blue sorcery. Reveal the top 5 cards of your library. Put one of them in your hand. Then choose an opponent. They put one on the bottom of your library. Then you put one in your hand. Then they put one on the bottom of your library. Then put the other one in your hand. All right. So that's actually a super like fun design. Like it creates a cool little mini game. It creates a cool... I love minigame cards like that. It creates a cool little game within the game. So the end result is 4 mana, you're going to draw 3 cards. You're guaranteed, out of the 5 cards you see, to get the best card and the worst card. And then you're also going to get one in the middle. So you get the best card, the third best card, and the worst card. And then the second best card and the second to worst card go back into your graveyard or go back into your library. That actually doesn't seem bad. That actually seems very good. I think the only thing I would say is Stock Up's kind of busted. And Stock Up's only 3 mana. But I think this is actually I think it's a playable card, right? Yeah, I guess it is a sorcery. I guess the good, like, if you think of Fact or Fiction or Steam Augury, not that Steam Augury was good, but if you think of the best versions of this style of an effect, I feel like, God, what's going on with my hair today? I feel like they're instant speed, so that is kind of a mark against it. I still think 4-mana draw 3, though. 4-mana draw 3 isn't bad. You go 5 cards deep, just like stock up. For me, the biggest thing is just stock up. Stock up exists. No, you get 3 cards, right? Reveal the top 5 cards of your library. Then choose an opponent. Or reveal the top 5 cards of your library. 1 goes to your hand. Then you choose... The way this is worded is so clunky. 1 goes to your hand. Then you choose your opponent. They put 1 on the bottom. Then you put 1 in your hand. So that's number 2. They put 1 on the bottom. Then put the other 1 in your hand. So that's 3. So you do end up with 3 in hand. I don't know why. Why is choose an opponent in the middle of this pile of text? Wouldn't that be important information? Yeah, an easy card to misread because because it is a pile of text. I feel like it could have been worded in a cleaner way. There's been a few cards in this set where I feel like the effect is really simple and I like it, but the wording is so clunky. The worst. Oh goodness. The blue equip thing. The blue instant speed equip. The blue what is the name of it? Stolen Uniform? Stolen Uniform's wording. I hate the wording on that too. Like, sometimes I wonder if the juice is worth the squeeze with some of these cards. Like, and maybe, I don't know, why do you think they do this? So, if they printed this card 10 years ago, it would be attach an equipment onto a creature you control. If they printed 20 years ago, we've had examples of this. Attach an equipment to a creature you control. Why do you think... Is it just the natural progression of a game that we already have Magmatic Theft or whatever? We don't want to just print the exact same card. So we're going to add a bunch more text to it. I'm very curious because the card would be so clean and it would play the same like 98% of the time or something if it was just attach one of your equipment to a creature you control. But instead, we get this weird wall of text, which I guess does add theoretical upside of stealing your opponent's equipment for a turn. I just feel like maybe it's a flavor thing. I think I just solved it. It's just a flavor thing, isn't it? I think it's just, actually, it's Stolen Uniform. So to be able to... I think what happened is they needed the free equipped effect to have equipment deck have any chance of working in standard, and they wanted to make a card called Stolen Uniform. So to make this Stolen Uniform thing work, you need to be able to steal your opponent's equipment. I think it actually is just they needed to fit the flavor of Stolen Uniform. I mean, I will say it's a small quibble, right? It's just like the wording's a little clunkier than it needs to be. This isn't like some huge deal or anything. What are the rest of these new cards? Anything else worth noting? Hill Gigas. All right, Hill Gigas, sure. Hill Gigas, 6 mana, 5/4, Trample Ace, Mountain Cycling 2. If these were Land Cycling 1, I think they would be potentially modern playable. We saw that with the Lord of the Rings cards. Honestly, I bet they were, before they switched the set to standard, I bet they were supposed to be Mountain Cycling 1, Swamp Cycling 1 rather than 2. But still, I mean, that's fine. You do some cute reanimation things. I like these effects in Limited. I've liked Limited formats with these big land cyclers like Shards of Alar or whatever. Blazing Bomb, 1 mana, 1/1. Elemental. When you cast a non-creature spell, if at least 4 mana was spent on it, put a counter on it, and then blow up. Tap it. Sack this creature, deals damage equal to its power to target creature. Activate it. This is a very fair version of Heartfire Hero. This is maybe what Heartfire Hero should have been. It looks kind of silly compared to Heartfire Hero, but this is very, very, very fair Heartfire Hero. Heartfire Hero that grows slowly, and you can't attack with it and sack in the same turn to get the damage. Call the Mountain Choke. I do not understand Chocobo. Call the Mountain Chocobo. 4 mana. Search your library for a mountain card, reveal it, put it in your hand, then shuffle. Create a 2/2 green bird token with whenever land enters under your control, it gets +1/+0 until end of turn. Flashback of 6. Okay, wait, is it Solemn? Is that Red Solemn Simulacrum? I guess if the land went into play, this card would be sweet. Ooh. Chococo Comet. Okay, we're getting there. Double red and X, sorcery. X damage to any target. Create a 2/2 green. Okay, so they just stapled the bird onto there. I mean, that is an X spell that can win the game. I was actually looking I was actually looking for an X-Spell that just dealt damage to the face the other day, and I don't think we have one in Standard. So it's not especially efficient or anything, but if you do make infinite mana with VV or something, that is a way just to kill your opponent. Demon Whale, 2 mana, 3/3. Oh. I was excited at first, but Defender. But also Menace. Okay, the whole Defender Menace combo. As long as this creature has a counter on it, it can attack although it didn't have Defender. 6 mana. Oh, that's actually intriguing. Okay, I could actually, it's only 2 mana, 2 mana, 3/3 Menace above the curve. If you're a deck that, what about like Innkeeper's Talent? We have plenty of ways to put counters on things. That maybe this card could see playing a counter deck. It might be able to see playing a counter deck. I'm just going to keep saying Chococo the Chocobo, just because I like saying it. It's fun to say. Hectorize, 2 mana, 1/1. Ooze Horror. When this creature enters, each opponent discards a card. Aw. It's a Bugler Rats. I feel like Bugler Rats are dead because they just print they're just going to keep printing different versions of Bugler Rats that are not actual Bugler Rats. Quitrub Foyer. Cutrub Foyer. 3 mana, 3/2. Zombie Horror. When it enters, choose one. Destroy target creature who's dealt damage this turn. Exile 2 cards from graveyard. Not very good. Resentful Revelation. 2 mana. Look at the top 3 cards of your library. Put 1 in your hand. The rest in your graveyard. Flashback of 7. Oh, that's Black Anticipate. Sorcery Speed. Adamantios? Adamantios is, that one's easy. I can say words that I shouldn't be able to say, but then I can't say words that I should be able to say. Rook Turret. No, that one's 4 mana. That's not going to be... 4 mana, 3/3 flying. Whenever another artifact you control enters, you can draw a card, and if you do, discard a card. A little bit too expensive. Stuck in Summoner's Sanctum. 3 mana, flash, enchant a creature. When this horror enters, tap the creature. During enchanted permanent doesn't untap during its controller's untap step, and its activated abilities can't be activated. Don't we just have a... Didn't they just print like a 1 mana version of this in the same set? I feel like they did. It's cool to see zombies and rats. Dark Knight's Greatsword. 3 mana equipment, job select, so it comes along with a 1/1. Equip creature gets +3/+0 and is a knight in addition to its other types. Equip, pay 3 life. Ooh, okay. That could be a real equipment. Remember like Grafted War Gear? I feel like the free equip part of this is actually kind of interesting. So for 3 mana, you get a 4/1. Not great. But then you can move it around like onto a flyer and get in some damage. I could see that working. Okay, I'll refresh in just a second. Cornered by Black Mages, 3 mana. Target opponent sacks a creature. Make a 0/1 wizard that pings. Arium. Eye Horror. Okay, 3 mana, 2/2. Flying Death Touch. Pay 3, sack another artifact creature, draw a card. All right, fine for limited. What is this new card apparently? Ooh. Oh, more Chocobos? So many Chocobos. So many Chocobos. Holy, what are they spoiling like half the set? My god. All right, what is the relevant card? These are all just commons and are any of these good? This is 6 mana, so it's going to be too much. When a land enters, make a landfall Chocobo. Okay, that's kind of like a cool commander card, actually. It looks kind of Mario Karty. Chocobo Kick. 2 mana. Target creature you control deals damage equal to its power to target creature an opponent controls. You can kick it by bouncing a land back to your hand. If you kick it, it deals double damage instead. Bard's Bow. 3 mana, job select equipment. +2/+2 and is a bard in addition to its other types. Equip. It's so... I don't understand how these equipment work. We go from one that was like equip pay 3 life, and then this is the same cost and giving roughly this like same amount of buffing. I guess it's +2/+2 instead of +3/0, and it's equip of 6. Like the most like you can just never equip it. Like you can just never ever equip that card in your life. Never ever. Airship might not be bad. 3 mana. If it was 2 mana, it would be really good. The cycling's nice. Blow up an artifact creature or a creature with flying or enchantment. Shelf your library, mill 4 cards. Put each creature card milled this way on the battlefield. Ooh. That card's horrible, but I love it. That card is so bad because you can pay 6 mana and just straight up whiff. But if you hit with it, it's like an unexpected results card. Shuffle mill 4, then you get all the creatures. Could you imagine? I believe this even works with like Emrakul, right? It should work with Emrakul because it's among the milled cards. Wait a minute. Isn't worm spelled wrong? Isn't worm W-U-R-M? Why does Final Fantasy spell worm wrong? I feel like they're spelling it wrong. 5 mana haste when it enters destroy target land. Oh, and they get to search for a base game, but it probably tapped. But still, more land destruction. We need a way to keep people from searching their libraries, and then we can actually build land destruction in standard, like a full-on land destruction deck. That card's actually not bad though. 5/4 haste, blow up a land. Your opponent gets a basic. That's not the worst. Isn't worm you? Sebotender. 2 mana, 2/1 reach, landfall. 1 damage to each opponent. Okay, so some Valakut style shenanigans. Enters, make one of the wizard tokens. 2 mana, exile type cards in your library. You may play those cards until your next end step or pump. That might see play. 2 mana is kind of the going rate for Aren's Resolve, and you can use it as a pump spell. That's not bad. What is Thunder Magic? Thunder Magic, 1 mana, 2 damage to target creature, so a shock. 4 mana, 4 damage to target creature. 7 mana, 8 damage to target creature. The top end on those spells are so friggin' expensive. I mean, 1 mana for 2 damage to a creature is fine. It's not great. But then add on 6 to deal 8 damage. Unexpected request. Oh, that's a threaten effect. This steals the equipment too. Oh, he unattaches the equipment. All right. I mean, those cards are fine. Not a lot of rares, but definitely some cool lower rarity stuff. Let's see if we can fix this deck real quick. I do love this set. Honestly, and I know people are going to get mad. Hey, what's up, Guggles the Great? People are going to get mad at me saying this, but I'm actually starting to like Universes Beyond. I was always Universes Beyond agnostic, I would say. I was never like, oh my god, I'm so hyped, because I don't really care about pop culture, so it was just not really mostly for me. So I was never super hyped about it, but I was also never like, this is gonna destroy the everything either. But the more I see some of these sets, the more I'm like, you know what? There's some cool cards in here. There's some cool cards. They're like, that's all I want. I want cool cards to build around, and I want formats to be good. Like, I don't know, whatever my least favorite, milk on cereal. You could print a whole set about putting milk on cereal. My least favorite thing in the world. And as long as the game is good, I would play the milk on cereal cards. I would. You'd do a whole secret layer drop. I'd buy it. That's fine. If the game's good and the cards are fun to brew around, that's all I really care about. So we definitely got to add more lands. That is probably the worst part of Universes Beyond so far. That is absolutely absurd. I think that was just, actually, now that you mention it, anchovies on pizza, if I had to choose, I would have milk on cereal before I had anchovies on pizza. That was I think that was the worst experience of my streaming career, was when y'all made me anchovies on pizza. That was so gross. That was so gross. I don't know how people do it. I do not understand how people do it, but good on them, I guess. All right, wow, this mana base is so jank. All right, I think this is just a budget mana base. That is my guess, that this is playing the cards that I own mana base. So let's fix the mana base real quick. So we need some rare lands. So, Spirebluff, Shivan Reef. Some green red lands. Botanical Sanctums. Yavmayakos. All right, so that should put us up to 25. That should put us up to 25 lands, which is good. And then, what do we cut? I want to cut a Burst Lightning, but... When I was in high school, our marine science teacher would give you extra credit on tests if you ate anchovies. Did anyone do it? I imagine the answer is no, because anchovies are just... They're gross. They're, like, really gross. Yeah, let's just cut removal like a responsible gamer. I want to keep Make Your Own Luck just because it's funny. I appreciate the humor in Make Your Own Luck. Let's try it like that. At least we have the proper amount of lands. We can raise so much money by making Seth eat Cheerios, but not with milk. Oh, I had this is crazy. You want to hear a crazy story? I mean, at least I think this crazy is kind of the story. This craziest kind of story. Okay, so 2 days ago, yesterday morning, I take Bear out for a walk every morning. So we go out for a walk. I live out in the middle of nowhere. So we walk right down the middle of these just backcountry roads where there's, very few cars, very few houses or anything. So I take Bear out for the walk. There was down the road, you got a mama deer with like a brand new baby deer. Like must have been days old, hours old, like a very tiny baby deer. They come up across the road. The dog started barking at it, and the mama deer just books it out into the woods. The baby deer, right directly in the middle of the road, just collapsed. Just like, I thought it had a heart attack or something. It was just so scared of the dog barking that it just like straight up collapsed. Lays in the middle of the road. It lays there for like 20 minutes. Walk the other direction, do the whole thing. 20 minutes, a half hour later, come back. The deer's still laying there, hasn't even moved. I thought the deer was dead. I was like, oh, this is going to be a problem. I walk Bear here all of the time, and I know if there's just like a dead animal around here, he's going to be eating it. So I'm like, all right, I'm going to have to go. I guess I'm going to have to go and get this baby deer and like get it off the road and do something with it so the dog doesn't get it. So... And I couldn't believe it because I was like, how does a baby deer just have a heart attack from being barked at by a dog from like 100 feet away, not even close to him? So I go down there. I get a shovel. I go down there. I start kind of tapping the shovel around the deer. It doesn't move, doesn't blink. I'm like, my God, this baby deer just had a heart attack. I can't believe it. So I finally go and I just put the shovel enough to touch its foot, and it squawked, "Rah!" And it jumps up and just books it into the woods. It just laid there for like, is that a thing deers do? Do they play dead or something? I'd never seen I didn't know that was a thing. I'd never seen anything like it. It just, yeah. And then I almost had a heart attack from the deer jumping up when I thought it was dead, jumping up and squawking. It was whack. It was actually very close to that. Oh yeah, I'm hoping that its mother came back from it. I had heard with baby deers, if their mother leaves them, just leave them alone and the mother will find them. But I felt like in this situation, I couldn't do that because it was literally right in the middle of the road, and it was going to sooner or later, it was going to get run over by someone thinking it was just roadkill and not realizing it was alive. So I felt like I had to, at least because of the dogs, get it out of the road. But yeah, hopefully they are reunited now. Hopefully. Well, let's play this Teamer Battle Crier. Is this another control deck? It's so fun. I don't understand. I'm curious. How many of you play Arena, chat? How are you, Cat Cam fan? Good to see you. How many of you play Arena? Because I feel like if you look at the metagame page, oh, that's unfortunate. If you look at the metagame page, Prowess is literally everywhere, right? It is like by far the most played deck in the format. And Mono Red is by far the second most played deck at recent tournaments. But I feel like my experience on Arena is I rarely play against the Prowess decks. I'm curious, do you play against Prowess that much and Mono Red that much? I mean, I guess I'm talking about mono, best of 3 mostly, because I know in best of 1 it tends to be even more aggro heavy, but it's so funny because I always get myself prepped. I'm like, all right, we're going to play against, we have to do this, I guess. We're going to play against Ben's prowess like every other match or something. It just doesn't happen. I play against all mid-range and control decks. I feel like the meta on Arena is way different. It's so funny, Silty Smacker. I mean, we're like just barely out of Mythic. We're like in the top half of the level below Mythic, so we're not that far out of Mythic. Now let's play a Surrak. Play Karpusin Forest. Go to combat. Hit you with the Battle Crier. Down to 21. And pass turn. I played First Domain consistently during Platinum and Diamond. Then Mythic is control and prowess only. Yeah, Simulacrum Synthesizer. Well, then I guess I just gotta avoid getting. We need to lose some more to make sure we don't get to Mythic. My wife played prowess 7 decks in a row and immediately rage quit the other day. Yeah, that sounds... Okay, maybe I'm just dodging prowess for some reason. I'll take it. I'm fine with dodging prowess. I've realized I get far more tilted online. I get so toxic online, and I hate the feeling, so I play in paper as much as I can. Well, it's a good thing to realize, Mega Magikarp. All right, we need a good draw here. Like the George O'Keefe Island. Ugh. 1, 2, so we can't even kick it. If we could kick it, it would be funny. Now play the land. Go to combat, get in, hit ya. I really want to kick the Rite of Replication on something. Hit you to 17. Pass the turn. Next turn, we have the mana if our stuff lives. So we can actually kick Rite of Replication in standard. So I guess we're hoping our opponent plays some bomby creature. Did you read the drama thread for the 10K CDH tournament finals? Yes. We talked about it a little bit earlier in the stream at the very beginning. It is absurd. It is straight up absurd. I still hope they post the video. I want to see the actual video to know if it's as bad as it sounds, because if you just go by the Reddit thread, it is pretty bad. It sounds pretty bad. It sounds like someone's intentionally abusing the system to try to increase their win percentage. But yeah, 11, I could not imagine in an 11-hour match. I don't even know how you get to that point. That's the other reason I want to watch is I'm just curious how. Because I played some pretty long Commander games, and they are nowhere near 11 hours. Well, all right. Living the dream. Living the dream. Rite of Replication, Temur Battle Crier. If only we had something we could cast. We're going to have a lot of Battle Criers, but I don't think 6 Battle Criers actually beats Simulacrum Synthesizer, unfortunately. Oh, Shahrazard would do it. Shahrazard would definitely do it. I made someone so salty yesterday in Commander that they sold their collection. What would you do in a situation if your budget deck caused someone to nope out of the hobby? No. Is that true, Silty Smacker? Is that true? You actually beat him? How? Okay, what deck were you playing? I gotta know more about this. I need to know more. Found it. Makes a very big board. I mean, can we like combo? We gotta try to combo. Unfortunately, Temur Battle Crier is not the best creature to have here. So we gotta block both of them. Alright, we need to have a ridiculous combo turn with this Outcaster Trailblazer. That would be the best one to Rite of Replication. Maybe we gotta try to just build a Rite of Replication deck. Burst Lightning, eh? Well, okay. Outcaster Trailblazer. Oh, God. Duh, did I click plot? Okay. Okay. That's unfortunate. 100% true. I was testing a bracket 3 $150 Glarb list. Etherized his Crater Hoof in Doomsday for turn 9 win. Got instantly. That doesn't sound that extreme though. That doesn't sound that. Wow, we have nothing for an artifact deck. We have nothing. Sunday nothing. Monday nothing. Tuesday much more nothing. Wednesday for a change a little more nothing. That is our sideboard. Yeah. All right. Well, running like that, bringing the 2 counters, I guess. I mean, the right was funny there. It's definitely funny there. The challenge, I think that right's a card. The problem with right is not that it's not powerful. It's that in removal heavy matchups, it can be very difficult to find a way to resolve it without getting blown out. I think that's the biggest challenge. Oh, I do love the Fugs. I would imagine I'm the only person in this this chat that knows who the Fugs are, but I do like the Fugs. Do you wish Universes Beyond sets would come with more reprints? It seems like the only big one in Final Fantasy was Dark Confidant. And even that one, like Dark Confidant, it's a big reprint in name because it's an iconic card from Magic's past. But as far as actual impact, I think the Dark Confidant's a pretty low impact reprint. All right. Well, let's see how this goes. Let's play the Outcaster Trailblazer. Make a mana. Play the land. Play the Dragonhawk. Draw a card. Ooh, I wish we had up the Snakeskin Veil. Hit you down to 16. I mean, getting salty when things go wrong, I think, is a natural. I think getting salty when things go wrong is natural. I think it's all about how you respond to that, and you can train yourself if you don't want to react that way. I think with time and practice, I think you can learn to not react that way if that's something that, oh boy, that's going to be a problem. So I think recognizing it is the first step towards changing it if it's something that you want to change. And then some people just like being salty. I don't think I would enjoy being salty all the time, but some people just like being salty. Right on to, yeah. Terror of the Peaks is an instant win with right if you can get up enough mana. Found it. 2 to the top. Yeah, this seeming kind of grim. Well, okay. Ill-timed explosion. Draw a couple of not super helpful cards. All of our lands come into play tapped. That's also very awkward. Play the Thundering Falls. Mill the Karpusin Forest. Yeah, double Simulacrum Synthesizer is just too much. Too much. We don't have any artifact tape. Oh, opponent. Braided Net. All right, let's do another game with it. You got it, opponent. Our deck just is not built to beat an artifact deck. Do you think that artifacts decks will exist after Ultima comes out? I feel like Ultima is a really hard counter to the artifact decks that might actually make them not very playable. I have a newish player in my pod that gets absolutely furious if his commanders don't play at peak efficiency. Definitely something you learn. Yeah, definitely. And I think it's something in Magic that, especially coming from a new player, I think they will learn because you will learn that there's so much variance in Magic that if you get upset every time your deck isn't like doing its maximum efficiency thing, you're going to be upset a lot. Like you're going to have a rough go of it. Because that's just Magic. Like Magic it's a high variance game. Like even if your deck is built well, it's still a very high variance game. Oh, opponent Teamering, eh? I thought they were going to be Izzet Prowess, but Apparently some sort of teamer deck. I mean, Ultima won't see play. Well, I mean, I think it's worse than Sunfall. Well, it gets Cutter, though. It does get Cutter, which is a big upside. So that could be a reason to play it pre-rotation. Well, let me see when it went by. Yeah, we're technically here. I think I can. Let's see. I think I can update the record. I think we're technically 101. About it. Gonna stop. What is our opponent playing? Teamer Control? Mono Green Stompy. Ooh, Tribute to the World Tree is a cool one. That one I didn't play in my mono green deck. I might have played a cop here too, but it's really tough on a budget. 46 bucks plays that little bit, especially when you can play like Garrick's Uprising or whatever, which is not exactly the same, but can do something kind of similar-ish for like $1 a copy. That looks sweet. I feel like mono green actually has a lot of tools to try to compete with the current meta. Well, all right, let's try to do things. Outcaster Trailblazer. Add a mana. Play the mountain. We're just going to get down Dragonhawk. Get down the Dragonhawker. Draw a card. Exile some cards. Hit ya. Down to 16. I feel like Dragonhawk should be a good card. It's got an ETB. It's got an attacks trigger. Why is Dragonhawk not good enough? So what's the first against the odds card from the Final Fantasy set? That's a question I haven't really figured out yet. I've been waiting for the rest of the set to really... Wow, we got a ton more spoilers. All right, after this game, we'll have to look at the rest of these spoilers. Although, it looks like they're mostly draft chaff. I don't know if there's a lot of constructed stuff, but boy, the pacing on the spoiler season is the weirdest. My goodness. It is the weirdest. Do we just Dragonhawker again? Yeah, let's just Dragonhawker again. Okay, Spectral Denial. What is our opponent doing? What is going on in opponent land? Opponent Mistrise Village. Shouldn't this be a town? Or opponent? Oh, maybe they're playing a good version of our deck. Let's kill the Teamer Battle Crier. If they have another Spectral, whatever, we can kill it. All right. And then play our own. What does this do? Creature does untap during its untap step. During each untap step, if a creature died, untap it. All right, let's just play the Battle Crier. And opponent does have a Spectral Denial. Sure. Well, play the tap land past the turn. Yeah, I don't know what our opponent's up to. Roaming Throne. Cool. All right, on human. Okay. I am so confused, but sure. Opponent passing. I'll play the land. And I guess we just pass. We can burst lightning to kill the roaming throne, I guess. I want to be able to draw cards with this and not just discard them all. Found it. Surveil land. Yeah, I guess doubling up Outcaster Trailblazer does seem pretty good. All right, well, let's kill the roaming throne. Pay the ward. This is going to untap whatever this thing is. Slumbering Cerberus. Dreader's Insight's so good. I'm down for another for another self-mill deck at some point. Well, let's Ill-Timed Explosion. Draw a couple cards. And run out the Battle Crier. And play the Surveil End. You know what we need is that one Rite of Replication. I feel like that's going to be the card that could steal us the win here. Did you see they made another common legend? Oh, I didn't notice that. Wait, what's the common legend called? Ooh, Herd Heirloom. That's actually a pretty good one for our opponent this turn. You're gonna let them draw a card. We do not have any card. Oh my god, and a Roaming Throne. Okay. That is a little bit concerning if we don't draw anything. Yeah, you got a little auto tap. Opponent gets in with the Cerebus, hits us. Well, we're gonna take it. Come on, deck. Write a replication, please. Well, Surrog's not the worst. We'll play a Surrog. And pass the turn. Actually, let's get in with a Battle Crier. Hit ya. Down to 12. Well, pass the turn. Opponent doesn't get to untap. So many Roaming Thrones. Well, let's bounce the Roaming Throne. Pay the ward. Opponents, the Roaming Thrones seem like they'd be fun. On-human. And Roaming Throne. Oh, we really need to draw something. Come on, deck. Oh, Thundering Falls. All right, Thundering Falls. Well, Vaultborn Tyrant is kind of something for next turn. The problem is our opponent's going to start drawing a ton of cards. Get in with the Battle Crier. Opponent takes it down to 8. But I'm pretty sure... So this gives a creature the ability, right? The creature gains. And these are both humans. So our opponent's just going to get to draw a new hand here with Herd Heirloom. Roaming Throne's actually kind of sweet and standard. Oh, you think they're playing Eshik? Maybe they could be playing Eshik, I guess. Opponent hits us to 4. Draws 2 cards. And... Wow, Quarry Mountain Monastery. Wait, did they just kill themselves? Did they just draw nothing and die? All right. All right, we'll take it. We'll take it. Eshik is... Tarkir Dragonstorm's such a good set. It is really a really, really good set. I really like that set. It's got so many, even like... I know Codis people kind of hate because of Brawl, but Codis is a cool card. There's so many cool cards in that set. I feel like it's just overall like a very solid set. Yeah, I do not know how we won that one. I feel like we have a lot of opponents that are just giving up for no reason. Because that one... Couldn't they just attack with one Roaming Throne, draw the cards, and have a blocker back? Attacking with both is so risky there for no reason. Codis is my favorite card in Standard. So much fun. Ooh, what does your Standard deck look like, Little Prince? Codis I have not managed to figure out in Standard. I think maybe after Final Fantasy... With all the new equipment, maybe that's what made Codis works in Standard. Or at least, like, works as kind of like against the odds deck. Would you rather play against a $150 bracket 3 Glarb deck, Glarb Doomsday, or the same restriction Talion Bloodchief? Wait, what's Talion Bloodchief? Should I know what that is? Is that a new card? The all removal hand day. We're gonna mulligan this actually. All right, that's fine. That seems like a fine hand. I'm not sure what Talion Bloodchief is. I guess so. Overkill does, I guess, kind of hurt it. Although I don't think Overkill's like, I don't think it's a go for the throat where it's going to be in every deck or anything. But it is a clean answer that you can play in the sideboard. It is a funny design. I like Overkill. The combo with it's also kind of hilarious. Like, more of a commander thing, but still pretty funny. Let's get rid of Into the Phlegma. All right, opponent. Love being Lee. Let's do it, Lee. Leah? Lee. Maybe it's Leah. If the Power 9 didn't exist, what do you think would be the most powerful card in the game? Ooh. So no Power 9, the strongest card. Chad, I'm curious what y'all think on that too. So if Power 9 didn't exist, I mean, Sol Ring? Probably Sol Ring. It might actually just be Sol Ring. Maybe Sol Ring should be included in the Power 9. It is pretty iconic. Let's include Sol Ring in the Power 9 too, and Mana Crypt. Like, I think if you get rid of the fast mana is like the easy answer. So if you get rid of the fast mana, that's not included. Brainstorm? Bazaar makes sense. Ancient Tomb's pretty busted. I guess that's still kind of fast mana. Opponent going to Roaming Throne. Well, that probably needs to die. Well, let's just Charring Bite the Roaming Throne. Pay the ward. I played enough Roaming Thrones to have a healthy respect. I mean, Force of Will could maybe be in the argument, in the conversation, as the best way to prevent the broken things, which maybe that is a broken thing. Maybe being the best at stopping broken things. I'm a huge Library of Alexandria believer. I don't know why that card's gotten the reputation of not being good now. If you watch people play Cube, people like, I had a Cube draft where Library of Alexandria came around like 11th pick or something. I was just like, do people not understand how good this card is? Like, I don't get it. I don't understand. Do people not realize how good Library is? It's so good. Wow. Oh, opponent doesn't even have green mana, I see. Well, let's Ill-Timed Explosion to draw a couple cards. No, we'll not. Ooh, Make Your Own Luck. I do like Make Your Own Luck. We'll play the land, pass the turn. I will say Quarry Mountain Monastery is kind of busted, and we probably should have it in our deck because it's so good. Although it's looking a little awkward with these Verges not turning on yet. Opponent finds another Verge that will not give them green mana. Okay. They also find a Thundering Falls to turn on their Verges. Well, let's see what happens now. Yeah, Library is... Channel. So Channel's still kind of fast mana-y, but Channel is insanely broken. That would actually probably be on the short list. That would probably be on the short list of some of the most broken cards, at least. Well, that's Outcaster Trailblazer. Make a mana. Temur Battlecrier. Draw a card. Play the land. Make Your Own Luck. Oh, look at this turn. Look at this turn. We will plot the Stormbrood. And then Ill-Timed Explosion. Draw a couple cards. Temur Battlecrier can do some things once it gets going. Does anyone here know if we're getting Rydia from the Final Fantasy set? I don't. Although, we should know in a couple of days, because spoiler season's wrapping up on Friday. Sean PD91, welcome to the Fishbowl for the 4th month. Thank you for your subscription. Big super for you. Thank you. Now that they've slowly added Pioneer, how far do you think they are from Modern being added? I don't know why they can't just add Modern staples, like the list, until 99% of Modern staples are on the Arena. So we're quite a ways away. We have some modern cards from like Modern Horizon sets or some of the anthologies that they've released. So we do have some. Although I would say that we're still very far away from having something that's like functionally like modern. Mostly because part of what I love about older formats. Well, let's play the Stormbrood for free. A big part of what I love about older formats is just the depth that they offer. That's what I guess modern doesn't do that as well as it used to. But that's a big part of what I enjoy about them. So I think getting like the 10 best decks or something for modern on Arena would be pretty easy. But having something that felt brewable and like there was a lot of depth to it, that's where I think it would become. It would take a lot more time. I hope they do it though. Like I think it's worth doing. Ooh, Dragonhawker's pretty good here. Well, gonna hit you with the Trailblazer. Down to 16. We have the full hand. Opponent does have a Trailblazer, but only 2 cards in hand. Opponent gonna play the Trailblazer. Opponent going to attempt to draw a card with the Trailblazer, and we are going to bounce it. And then maybe this Dragonhawk. Do you have another Roaming Throne? While I do. All right, well, into the Floodmaw. Bounce the Trailblazer. Keep our opponent from drawing cards. I kind of want the Roaming Throne. The Roaming Throne would be good in our deck. Yeah, I mean, maybe that's the plan. If they just keep putting most of the power in Modern Horizons and Standard sets, maybe it becomes very easy to add those sets to Arena eventually, because we're already going to have so many of the staples on there. Oh, let's just have fun. Outcaster Trailblazer. Make a mana, draw a card. Oh. Yeah, whatever. We'll just do it. Dragonhawk. I don't even think this is correct necessarily. I think it's probably more correct to kill our opponent's stuff here so they can't get back in the game because we have all the cards in hand and they don't. But how do we pass up a Dragonhawk for 8? A Dragonhawk for 8 is just so good. Oh, I guess we can actually do it this way. Now we can play a Mountain. I guess this also kind of works. Charring Bite the Trailblazer. So we only hit our opponent for 6, but then they lose their card advantage engine. We'll attack for both. If you want to trade your Roaming Throne, we will take it. Opponent, you need a miracle. You need a miracle. Hello, how are you? I would like to know if there's a legendary creature with an effect that, in addition to generating mana for me, allows me to generate it for my opponent. Ooh, okay, so one I know off the top of my head, and there might be others that I'm not thinking of, but the one that jumps to mind is an opponent scoops it up and winning record with Teamer. Not a huge winning record, but 2-1, we'll take it. The one that comes to mind is Yarlak of Scorch Thrash. So 4 mana 4 Vigilance. If a player loses unspent life, if a player losing unspent mana causes that player to lose that much life, and then you can pay 1 and tap it and make each player add a red, a black, and a green. So that one comes to mind. There might be a couple other ones out there. I'm trying to think if there's any other. Yeah, Yarlak's the obvious one. Also, welcome to the stream, Little Ross. Good to see ya. Welcome. All right, final spoilers, and then we got to wrap things up for today. Also, reminder, I mentioned this at the beginning of the stream. Next week's stream, Wednesday instead of Tuesday for early access. So the rest of these spoilers from today, anything notable? Gooby Gardener. Gaboo Gardener. I mean, 2 mana mana dork. Okay, that's fine. Not like busted, but fine. Side quest, raise a chocobo. 2 mana when it enters. Create a chocobo. 2/2 green bird with landfall, blah, blah, blah. At the beginning of your main phase, if you control 4 more birds, flip it into Black Chocobo. Black Chocobo says, when it transforms into Black Chocobo, search your library for a land card, put on the battlefield tapped and shuffle. it's still a 2/2, and whenever it land, it's so so essentially you get the okay, so you make a 2/2, and then eventually you get enough birds to flip it. You get a land in another 2/2. All right. A few lands. There might be a few chocobos here. I think chocobos might be my favorite part of this set, if I'm being honest. Colosseum Behemoth, 7 mana is just way too much for standard, but blows up an artifact or enchantment, draws a card, 7/7 trample. Ring of the Lucy. Kind of like a Bad Icy Manipulator. 4 mana. Actually, Bad Icy Manipulator mixed with a Hedron Archive. Actually, I might play that in Commander. I could see playing it in Commander, actually. 4 mana makes 2 mana. So like a Hedron Archive. Pay 2 and a life. Tap it. Tap target non-land permanent. Monk's Fist, 2 mana, job select. Equipped creature gets +1/+0 as a monk in addition to... That's it. Okay, that's a very common equipment. So 2 mana, you get a 2/1, and that's basically it. Lunatic Pandora, 1 mana, legendary artifact. Why? The amount of legendary stuff in this set is just absolutely wild. Oh, Monk Fist. Yeah. So 1 mana legendary, even the artifacts are legendary. 1 mana legendary artifact. Pay 2, tap it, surveil 1. Pay 6, tap it, destroy target, non-land permanent. I mean, that's fine. I wish it blew up lands. Iron Giant. 7 mana, 6/6, Vigilant Trample Reach. Cloud of Darkness, uncommon legend. 5 mana Golgari, 3/3 flying. Whenever it enters, target creature an opponent controls gets -X to learn where X is the number of permanent cards in your graveyard. So some good limited removal in a graveyard deck. Gotti, King of the Dwarves. 2 mana, 1/1 double strike. Whenever Gotti or another dwarf enters, or whenever an equipment you control enters, you may discard a card. If you do, draw a card. Ooh, that actually doesn't seem bad in some sort of equipment deck. Could you imagine? A Bludgeon Brawl on the battlefield. Crossroads Village, Newtown. Enters tapped. Oh, choose a color. Make a mana the chosen color. Okay, we've seen that before. And our last town of the day, Eden, Seat of the Sanctum. Town comes into play tapped, makes colorless, pay 5, tap it, mill 2 cards. Then you may sack this land. When you do, return another target permanent card from your graveyard to your hand. Oh, it doesn't seem bad. I mean, it's a little expensive. It's a little expensive at 5 mana. But getting back any permanent, like an Eternal Witness almost on a land, that seems kind of, I kind of like that card. That actually seems like not the worst land. This set's so cool. Such a sweet set. Anyway, everyone, what do we learn today? So we got to see a bunch of cards. We got to talk about CDH. We played some Amalia Raise the Past. We played weird matchups. I feel like this deck has potential. I think this is on my revisit after rotation list, because after rotation, Sunfall, our nemesis, will be gone. In a world without Sunfall or temporary lockdown, I kind of feel like maybe a deck like this could be very good. Plus, we get stuff like Sephiroth, which seems really good in the deck. So I think that maybe this deck is an after rotation special. The Teamer deck, I don't know what to say about the Teamer deck. We went 2-1 with it. It looks like a wild pile of cards, but I actually think there's potential, and now I'm kind of intrigued by the possibility of doing Rite of Replications to stuff in Standard, because the Rite of Replication game was actually pretty sweet when it popped off. Anyway, everyone, yes, congratulations to all the believers who thought the deck was going to work. Anyway, everyone, I believe that brings us to the end of our stream for today. So, reminders on the way out the door. Check Black Chocobo again. Wait, did I misread Black Chocobo? Where's Black Chocobo? What did I do wrong? So side quest, raise a Chocobo. 2 mana enchantment, makes one of the tokens. If you have 4 birds, you flip it into Black Chocobo, which when it transforms into Black Chocobo, search your library for a land put into play tapped. Oh, when a land you control enters, birds you control. I see. That actually does make it meaningfully better. The fact that it works on all birds and not just itself, that actually is a meaningful upgrade, I would say. Anyway, everyone, I'm going to build Chocobo. I don't know if it's good, but I'm going to build Chocobo because it's sweet. Anyway, everyone, I think that brings us to the end for today. So reminder, next week, stream on Wednesday rather than Tuesday. Otherwise, reminders on the way out the door. Replay YouTube for all the old streams. Normal YouTube. Tons of spoiler stuff, tons of gameplay stuff. Gameplay's back on schedule. One more shout out to Card Kingdom. If you need some magic cards, get them at cardkingdom.com. Most importantly, thank you to all of you. I love y'all. You're amazing. Have an amazing day, a great night, and I'll see you next week for another one. Be good, everyone, and I will talk to you soon.